kindly have your attention?
Blitz is defined as a sudden, savage attack. It is indeed all this. The theory is simple. Get the quarterback. Get the man.
And he goes across the line. Touchdown, Shasta. Want a piece of that championship? Put it in here.
Football is a rough game and often a cruel one.
Every time you lose, you die a little bit. You die inside, a portion of you. Not all of your organs, maybe just your liver.
In the Middle Ages,
Nobody touched him. Touchdown, Shasta.
a knight was a man who served his lord or sovereign as a mounted soldier.
Back to pass, looking all the way down to the end zone. He's got a guy wide open, and it's intercepted in the end zone. What a play.
In modern
That
times,
was a spectacular catch.
a knight is that same noble soldier whose armor includes strategy,
He's looking to pass right over the middle. He's got a guy wide open.
a helmet,
The same play that he scored on before, and he's got a chance to do it again.
and a number on his chest.
He came out of nowhere and just leveled the guy.
Welcome to Shasta Night Football on the Shasta Sports Network.
Well, it never gets old talking about football. Today we are here in Redding, California at Memorial Stadium at Shasta College as the Shasta College Knights play host to the Blue Devils from Merced last year at this, right about the same time. Dan Miller joining us on the broadcast last year at the same time. Shasta won the contest 20-7.
In Merced.
They've got a history that goes back to 1964. Shasta won that game 18-4. In 1965, Shasta lost 12-7. 1997, Shasta won 26-23. 1998, listen to this, a 3 overtime game, and Shasta won 73-71.
Wow. That was the high scoring game there, isn't it?
That's
It's the
huge.
most in
Yeah.
school history, I guess.
So Merced beat Shasta in 2006. They also beat them in 2007, and they haven't beat them since. And here we go. The 2014 was the closest, and that was a 1-point game. And Pat Kelly, who is the sports information director for Merced, is here with us. He's going to come up and join us on the pregame show. He told us they led every second of that entire game until right at the end, and they lost by 1. Heartbreaker.
That is a heartbreaker.
Let's I'm just looking around here. Of course, you know, the skies are a little bit better than they were, but they're still really smoky off in the distance. But let me set the scene for you here. We're at Shasta College. We are up on top of their press box right at the 50-yard line. Shasta College will be wearing all green uniforms today, jerseys and pants, white helmets, big, bright white numbers that you can see. And the Blue Devils got blue pants and white jerseys, dark blue numbers that you can see.
Yep.
And dark-colored helmets. The Blue Devils, they have off to a very good start so far this season. They are 2-0.
With Shasta being 0-1, who did they beat last week? The Blue Devils.
They played the first week on September 2nd. They beat the College of the Redwoods 40-18. Last week in San Jose, and it was in Merced, they played San Jose. They beat them 46-7. Now, if you go back to the San Jose game that they had last year, we were here doing a game, and remember their bus broke down getting out of town?
That's right.
They were a 2 hour or later getting started, so it was like a night game that started at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, didn't get over till almost midnight. So these guys got a story with them, and I like their helmets. Their helmets looked like chunks of gold.
Well, they got the chunks of gold, but then they got the yellow stripe going around it, kind of like the two-tone like the Jaguar Panthers or the Jacksonville Jaguars use.
Yeah, very nice uniforms, and set up for Mr. Bob Casey, who is the head coach of the Merced Blue Devils, and it's in his 14th year at Merced College, 6 years under his belt as Merced College 5th head coach. He's got all kinds of accolades. He's got 1 All-America, 17 Northern California Region 2s, 46 first-team all-conference selections. He's been around, and he is getting it done, and he's got a history, a very impressive history, and he's bringing it here to Shasta today. They're 2-0. They are looking to go 3-0. Shasta is 0-1. We're a little backwards on our schedule already since we missed that first game with West Hills, and who knows when that one's going to get made up, but I'm sure it will be. But Merced's on a roll. The Blue Devils are on a roll. They're going to do everything that they can do, and I've got some information about some of their players that's just going to be astonishing that I can't wait to share with you. Dan, how you size up this game? You got some information on them?
Well, I got some information on the Knights, but, they're coming off a tough loss against Hartnell, which we were at last week at the great facility that we were at. First of all, I want to start with Trent Darms, their new quarterback.
Right.
44.7%, a little low. But remember, Gary, he was running for his life every time the ball was snapped.
Hey, Babe Ruth struck out 75% of the time.
That's true. Justin Hilliard, they keyed on Justin. Their defense keyed on him, took away the running game. They had to pass all the time.
I think one of the coaches from Merced was trying to put a straitjacket on Justin Hilliard before warm-ups this afternoon.
They will key on him. If they watch their films and they studied, they know who their top runner is. They will key on Hilliard.
You know what's really nice is that, we've said this every time that we've done a broadcast. Craig Thompson, head coach for Shasta, says, if a man comes out and he wants to play on my team and he shows up, I'll put him in a uniform.
Yep.
So we've got a huge roster, but look at the size roster Merced's got. They've got about 80 players as well.
They got 80 players. They've got a big team. They are stacked. They have all the talent they need.
Well, let me tell you about one little segment of talent that they got, because it's going to be a litmus test for pronunciation guide for us both today.
Oh, boy.
And I want to bring your attention to number 34. That is Hanisi Lotulele.
Lotulele?
Okay, so some of you who follow the NFL may recognize that name, but it's not Hanisi. It is his brother, who was drafted originally by the Seattle Seahawks, then over to Jacksonville Jaguars. Then he was sent to the Raiders for a short time, and now he is a Dallas Cowboy. That's his older brother. Okay. He has another brother who's like in the middle of the family who goes to UNLV, and he's got a cousin that plays for the Carolina Panthers. There is football in that family.
Wow. And he's from Maui.
Yeah.
He went to Maui High School. His hometown is Chi?
I guess,
You've been to Hawaii.
I have, but, it's not like I was hanging out on the street corners or anything like that. I don't know my way around over there. So, you know what? We've got a chat line. If we mispronounce anyone's name or anything of that nature, please feel free and chime in and give us a bad time if we're not up to date on the scoreboard. We've been known to miss that for on occasion or two. So have fun with us. We're all about having fun. We're all about promoting athletes. We're all about the Shasta College Knights and the Merced Blue Devils tonight, and we're looking forward to a really good football game. Their quarterback, Dan, is number 10, Frank Cosio.
Yeah,
Frank. The spelling is a little bit different than you would think, but it is Cosio. And so those are two things that I talked to Pat Kelly, and he got me straightened out. And I am very happy to report that we have our photographers on board here tonight. That is, of course, Mike Daly, one of the best in the business, and Tony Horde, who's going to be rolling in here with his camera gear in a little bit. Very excited. Tony was with us last night at Shasta High School. So good photos coming out of what we do here at the Shasta Sports Network. And we got the dynamic duo down there, too. You want to introduce them?
Yeah, we got TJ Holmes and Tracy Rainey.
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher. They are the Sonny and Cher of the Shasta Sports Network.
That's right. TJ does our sideline statistical stuff. He keeps track of every single play and everything that goes on. Tracy does excellent video. You probably saw that highlight reel of the Shasta Hartnell game last week. We put it up a couple of days ago. That's a product of Tracy Randy's work, and we're proud to have her as part of the Shasta Sports Network as well this year. So all of our team is here. We're excited. We're ready to go, and game time is scheduled for 5 o'clock. I'm going to run downstairs and see if I can't get Pat Kelly with Merced to talk a little bit about their football program. So let's take a break, and we'll come back in a moment here at the Shasta Sports Network. It's opening night at Shasta College Memorial Stadium.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Omega Mortgage. We believe in loans, not limitations. Educating our customers is the key ingredient to our recipe of conducting quality business. At Omega Mortgage, we're more than a broker. We are the bank. From application to in-house funding, we do it all and pass the savings on to you. We make instant decisions based on the merit of your loan, not just income and credit. Our loans fund in as little as 5 days, so whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home or commercial property, we have the right products for you. Our clients benefit from our cutting-edge agent pricing program because it offers you the best loan programs for your individual needs and situations. Get the facts from a name you can trust, Omega Mortgage. Set up a mortgage planning session today with one of our experienced mortgage planners. Call 223-1400, 223-1400. Finally, a lender you'd refer your friends to, Omega Mortgage. We do loans.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
Guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around circles, flat my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, big kids are the pros. We're eating right, too. We fuel up to play 60.
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Hey, this is Eric Gannon, driver of the number 75 Shasta Sports Network Super Late Model. Keep the pedal to the metal, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Honey, the water isn't working. I'm going to call J&J.
J&J Pumps offers the largest fluid inventory to get your water back on sooner. From water pumps to water filtration and everything in between, J&J Pumps will solve your water problems. J&J also offers 24/7 emergency service. When you have a water problem or question, contact J&J Pumps. Rain, sleet, or snow, J&J will go. Now located at 4952 South Barney in Anderson.
Hi, this is Dan Hannon again here from the marketing department at Results Radio. You've probably heard me talking about being a member at Riverview Golf and Country Club, and what a great experience it's been for me. Riverview has had a tremendous response to their new membership drive, and I would strongly encourage you to take a free tour of their facility. They have an outstanding staff, and you can still become a member of Reading's finest private country club with membership starting at just $120 a month. Riverview Golf and Country Club is located on Bocelli Lane overlooking the Sacramento River. This perfectly manicured 18-hole golf course will challenge your abilities and reward your senses with spectacular views and a cool breeze from the river. Start your day enjoying breakfast or lunch on their outdoor patio overlooking the river. As a member, you'll also have access to tennis courts, swimming pools, exercise equipment, and locker rooms. With single and family memberships going fast, contact Riverview Golf and Country Club today and schedule a free tour. Call 224-2255 or visit online at riverviewgolf.net.
Back here from Memorial Stadium at Shasta College here in Reading. Welcome to the Shasta Sports Network. Tonight's game is really the opening home game for Shasta College since the West Hills game, which was supposed to be their first game, got canceled due to, you just couldn't breathe without having an oxygen tank with you. And it's still not the best ever, the air quality you can see looking around, but it is much better. I mean, I can see a green football field, so I'm good with that. Joining us here right now is the Director of Sports Information for the Merced Blue Devils, and that's Patrick Kelly. Patrick, welcome to the broadcast at the Shasta Sports Network.
Thank you for having me here. Happy to be here, actually.
We had the pleasure of meeting your acquaintance when we came down to your facility last year, and you guys treated us like we were a part of the family, and we want to make sure that we return that to you while you're here in Reading. And so welcome to Shasta College.
Thank you for that. And that's part of when anybody comes to our stadium, especially up in the press box, try to make sure that they feel at home and they're ready to do whatever job that they have to do.
Patrick, it's my fault. I forgot the green carpet.
Yeah, we don't roll out the red carpet. We roll out the green carpet here.
That's all right.
So you guys are off to a very good start. It's 2-0 for you. You had a good opening day against the Redwoods, and then you played San Jose and beat them quite handily last week. You've got a lot of people on your roster. We talked about that a little bit, that Craig Thompson says, if you want to play for my football team and you come out and want to play, I'll put a uniform on you. And it looks like you guys are doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but Coach Bob Casey has been really working hard on rebuilding the program back up, and this is hopefully his second really good year that he's going to have. We started out, as you said, 2-0, and we have a lot of local kids or players that have come out, and they're all contributing.
They're doing something right, because you've scored more than 40 points in both of your first 2 football games. Would you say most of that has been on the ground, or you got a good running game? I know you got one player on your team that's just really spectacular, and that is, I hope I get this right, Hanisi Lotolele.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, he's really not all that big. He's only 5'10", 210, but he's fast and he's really strong. And you were telling me earlier that he is averaging 119 yards a game.
Right.
Wow.
119 yards a game and almost 8 yards per carry.
That's a lot. That's a lot on this level. And yeah, I'm sure your passing game is good. Tell me a little bit about your quarterback, Frank Cosio.
Well, last year he started out as a third-string quarterback, and because of an injury and some things that happened, he ended up moving into the starting position. And his first game last year was against Merced College, and for not having even played it down in the first 4 games, he came out in against Hartnell and did a great job. Led us to a 41-10 victory.
Well, he's got the starting gig, we believe, here today. I can't wait to see the young man play. I'm looking at a page in a program that you gave me, and it's former Blue Devils that played in the pros, and there's over 25 people here that were either in the NFL, the AFL, the WFL, the CFL. You guys have got some history coming out of Merced.
Yes, we do. And some recent history with John Lotolele, he's on the injured reserve the last time I checked with the Dallas Cowboys. And then Adrian Trevino, who played for us, is with the Philadelphia Soul of the Arena Football League, and he was the kicker of the year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you guys got a lot of popular names and faces. Your program's wonderful. Everybody's in color. I like to have a color program. You don't see those too often, which is kind of cool. Color photos of all the players. I got your roster here all set to go. And I'm looking forward to a good football game. The score a year ago, or roughly a year and a few days ago, when we came down to your place, the Knights, I should say, were victorious in that game 20-7. And you guys are on a roll, and you're looking for win number 3 today.
Yes, that's correct. And it's been close to 10 years since we've beaten the Knights. And maybe it's our turn to turn it around.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody down there would like it. You got a full coaching staff. We'll talk about your coaching staff a little bit as the game progresses and we get ready to go. Kickoff is set for about 13 minutes from right now. Do you have anything that you want to add or tell me historically about your team or Bob Casey, your coach, before we let you go back down and do your job?
Well, if you look at our coaching staff, a lot of them played for us and have now come back. The newest person to come back is Sione Tongamoa, and he played for us, went to the University of Cincinnati, played there, and has come back home. So
University of Cincinnati. I have a very good friend that I grew up with in high school who is their offensive line coach now. Mm-hmm. So there's football in the air, there's football in our area, there's football in your area, and I am hoping for some pretty spectacular stuff to talk about tonight because it's these guys that make us sound as good as we are. Patrick, what is what does the sports information director for Merced, what is all encompassed in what you're responsible for?
Well, one is I put together the program. I do photography for it, especially the mug shots. We've got some other photographers who didn't come up today, but who have been helping out, taking pictures and stuff. And put together also press guides. I get the press box ready for the games.
In the radio business, we would say that you do everything from brew the coffee to repair the transmitter, right?
Yes.
That's how
you designed the helmets too, didn't you?
I wish I had.
Well, we got a couple of ace photographers on the field today following the whole line of game. And so if there's anything that you need specifically, you want a picture of your quarterback or anything, just let us know, and we'll make sure you get it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Pat Kelly, nice to meet you again. It's been 365 days. Welcome to Shasta College, and I wish you guys a good game.
Thank you.
All right, partner, thanks for being on the program.
Thank
here.
you, Pat.
All right, Dan, let's take a quick break. We don't want to miss the coin toss. They're going to be getting ready to do that. And the opening kickoff coming up here, Memorial Stadium. Shasta College against Merced Blue Devils coming up.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Where's your happy place? You know, that place where everything feels right. And all the pieces of this crazy puzzle we call life fit. You can't help but smile when you're there. What if your happy place was at work? You have to be there. Might as well love what you're doing, right? At Spherion, we think so. Every year, we help 160,000 people put their skills to work in rewarding careers that keep them happily moving toward their goals. While we enjoy a place of leadership in our industry, we are locally owned and we make staffing personal. Our business is about people and connecting them to jobs that put a sparkle in their eye and a spring in their step. At Spherion, we love what we do. And we think you should too.
Hi, this is Dr. Maria Salas, your local Reading chiropractor. At Healthwise Chiropractic, we take a comprehensive approach to your health journey. From adjusting the entire family to providing you with pure, safe, and beneficial Arbonne products, we have a solution for you. Call Healthwise to make your appointment today. 244-9000. That's 244-9000. Or go to healthwisedoc.com. That's healthwisedoc.com.
This is head football coach J.C. Hunsaker from Shasta High School, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Leon, your reactions following today's devastating loss?
Football's a team sport, man. So I got to put the loss squarely on the shoulders of my supporting cast. Look, man, I've been carrying these guys the whole season, but I can't do it all. I need some help.
So your 4 fumbles weren't a factor in your mind?
Not if one of those other guys would have jumped on the ball. Again, Leon can't do everything.
There's no I in team.
Well, ain't no we either.
Northern Roots is ready for the season. Northern Roots has new pricing that is insane. All propagation supplies, including Grodan, Oasis, and Root Riot plugs. All T5 lighting, all greenhouses and greenhouse supplies, all on sale. Staying inside this year, Northern Roots' exclusive lineup on DE Nova lighting is still 15% off. Northern Roots has better pricing, more service, and their local knowledge is second to none. Check out house and garden products, including root accelerator and shooting powder. Also, check out a couple of new lines of organic fungicide and bactericide called Procidic 2 and Venerate. If anyone is struggling with powdery mildew, bud rot, or root rot, Procidic 2 and Venerate are amazing and organic. The trucks are here, and it's soil season. Save on Roots Organic 707, Totes of Sunshine, Ocean Forest, Happy Frog, and more. Growing strong starts at the Roots. Northern Roots on West Side Road in Reading. Reading's first locally owned and operated hydro store. Call 244-7891 and follow Northern Roots on Facebook and Instagram for even more special offers.
Back here, good timing as the captains come out to center field. And that's Mr. Darms for Shasta College. That's also Justin Hellier, Kendall Roshine, and I believe it's Devontae Robertson, captains for the Shasta Knights. Let me get my spectacular binoculars, Dan.
We got Cole Brown as one of the captains for Merced. We also have number 5 is Nick Cook.
Where'd you get that music? That sounds like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
That is.
I like it.
Skunk Rock.
Oh, good. Good. If you'll really impress me before the day's over if you bust out Otis Day and the Knights.
I could do that for you, but we get in trouble, so
yeah,
we
Otis,
can't.
My man.
Justin Landro is another captain for Merced.
Which way are you going, from left to the right? Or
Yep, left to the right.
Okay,
so I need one more guy. And
let me see if I can get that for
it
you.
looks like number 10 there, and that would be Frank.
Looks like
Casillo.
Okay, very good. Looks like Shasta won the toss, and they have elected to kick it away. I think they're going to get. Yeah, they deferred. We'll get that official thing right here. So yeah, Merced will receive, and they will be working from our left to our right. That is they'll be coming from the north, headed south. Am I right?
Correct. Yes, you are.
You got a compass anywhere over here?
No, that is north.
Okay, good. What a perfect day for football. Let's see if we can't describe the scenery.
Well, usually you can see Lassen from where we're at, but it's a little
hazy
over there.
It kind of looks like seeing Russia from my house. It's it's smoky, and the air quality is not what everybody would expect or hope that it would be, but it's not overly bad. It's not bad enough to not play the game today, so we're playing it. And the Shasta College Knights are all lined up on the south end of the field. They're about ready to come rushing in onto the field right now. They've got their little chant, their little dances. Looks like the Chinese New Year, and here come the Shasta College Knights for the first time at home.
That is nice. Let's check out our crowd mic there. This is just hanging around.
All right. We got a pretty decent crowd here so far. We love it when people come out to support the Shasta College Knights because, with the football program here is a pretty special entity that's been going on for a long time. And Craig Thompson has a great, just a great rapport with his players, and he's done a great job for so many years. He's won championships, he's won bowl games, and he's quite the impressive guy, and he's Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Smooth.
Mr. Calm, right? And he's got a coaching staff that, I would like to have all living in my cul-de-sac. That's how good all of them are. We'll talk about them specifically here as we go in a minute.
Yeah, the assistant coach, Brian Hamilton, I had talked to him earlier. He says they had a really good practice this week. What he talked to us last week about, we saw in last week's game. Young line, his concerns. But, I want to talk about the defense for a second, Gary.
Let's talk about the defense for a second. What do you got?
That defense, Logan Lever.
Yeah,
Levier. First of all, 2 sacks. That guy is a beast on defense.
All right, let's listen to Aaron Williams. He is the new PA public address announcer here for Shasta College, friend of ours. We know him from Shasta, been around for a while. So welcome Aaron Williams as the official PA announcer for Shasta College. And time now for our national anthem coming up.
I see Tony Horde down there.
Nice.
Our photographer.
0-1 record. Now, if you could please stand, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right. Aaron Williams is going to be great for this place. One of the greatest songs of all time, Dan, and you never heard that on Casey Kasem's Weekly Top 40.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Gary.
Yep.
Oh, you are fired up just like me.
I am. I'm in a really good mood because we had a really good game last night at Shasta. Shasta ended up beating West Valley 42-6 or 47-6, something right around there. And I didn't sleep a whole lot because I was working on today's game and doing my research and stuff. And sometimes I do my best work when I don't have hardly any sleep at all.
I'll tell you, when I got home, I was still fired up from that game.
I know.
That was a great game, great defensive game.
Okay, so the Blue Devils have taken the field. They will receive the opening kick. Kendall Roshine will kick that off.
And he's going to kick off to Mark Aristide.
Yeah,
looks like number 18, and looks like number 5 over there is
5 is Nick Cook. And Aristide, yeah, Mark Aristide.
Aristide. I'm just going to listen to Aaron. He's good.
Yeah. and Patrick was telling me about these two return guys. They'll be back there when they receive a punt as well, too. And they are pretty dynamic, and they can be a human highlight reel in a moment's notice.
And kicking for the Knights, number 97, Kendall Rasheen.
So Kendall Rasheen has the ball all set up. He's just coming out of the huddle. He's given all of his players a complimentary piece of Bazooka Joe bubblegum, and he's ready to go.
I thought it was Rashine.
It is Rashine. Okay, so I got strike one on me. He said, here's how you remember it. Raw meat, shine like a, whatever he said, shine like a.
Shine your shoes.
Yeah, something. All right. So Rashine, here it is. A nice boot. And it goes down into the end zone, and he's going to bring it out, and that is Aristide. Mark, he brings it up to the 10, the 15, where he's brought down immediately. Good pursuit by the Knights, and that'll be number 21 on the coverage there, Cliff Jackson.
Also,
I think there's probably an
McGraney
S
there, too.
I think there's probably an S missing in Cliff Jackson, number 21.
Oh, thank you very much.
I've never heard the name Jackin, unless it was Jack in the Box.
Jack on.
Jack, here we go. The Blue Devils have over 40 points average per game so far.
I'm going to keep my eyes on number 43 and 45 for the defense. That is Faircloth and Thompson.
Cosio will start his game with a handoff right up the middle. Very short gain. Testing the waters with the defensive line for the Knights. And the ball carrier was Hanisi Likolele. Lotulele.
And that was Zachary Thompson on the stop for Shasta.
Man, before this game's over, I know I'm going to say in a partridge in a pear tree. We apologize if we messed your names up. We will do our best, and we will correct, and we'll get it right. Or we'll give you a fake name. How about that?
We will give him a name.
Just to make it up. Oh. You see, the quarterback hands it off up the middle. Same ball carrier again. He was hit immediately, but was not wrapped up. And you see Lotulele picks up 2 or 3 more on the play. It'll be third down.
That was Logan Lever that almost had that stop on him.
Logan's number 53, is that right?
Yes.
He's in the middle linebacker right there?
Yeah, he was there.
He replaces the part where Colton Naylor left from last year, and he's stepping up and doing a good job with it. Very good job with it.
Well, Faircloth and Thompson, they both came from Foothill High School.
Here comes our friend Pete Smith.
Oh, Pete Smith from the racetrack.
Yep.
A good man.
Okay, Koisi, another handoff right up the middle. Same play, third time in a row. A pretty decent game, but not enough for a first down. That'll be a fourth down deal now. When in doubt, run it up the middle. I mean, you got to test all those holes on right and left side to see, if you have anybody on your offensive line that is overmatched or mismatched with somebody from the defense.
Exactly.
And it takes a little time to sort that out. They don't just trade, exchange trading cards in the locker room before they come out here. They got to earn that information.
They do. And, that offensive line, they have to test that defensive line and see how they do against them.
That's right.
They get up there and they say, okay, that's your man. No, that's your man. No, that's my man.
Punting is Darian Cole. He's a backup quarterback, and there's going to be a whistle and a timeout called by Merced on the play. We'll stay right here because it's early in the game.
And back for Shasta College. Looks like number 15 is going to be Traco Maddox.
Sounds like a private detective.
It is a private detective. Traco Maddox, if you remember, he had that blocked punt.
You hear that? We got some mouths in the crowd already.
Yes, we do.
Nice.
Hey, our crowd mic is just hanging around today.
Just want to let you know, Dan, if at any time during the football game, if you enter the field without authorization, you will be automatically ejected.
Oh, okay.
That's the rules. They play fair. They follow a good set of standards here for junior college football here at Shasta College, and all the ones that we play against, Merced being one of them as well.
I don't need to go on the field. We got our guys down there.
Darian Cole
right
set to punt. And who do we got back to receive? Maddox. Punt gets off. Not the best kick, but not a bad one. It goes across midfield, takes a decent bounce for Merced. It will come to a slow roll at the 44-yard line, and that's where the Shasta Knights will take over. Moving from south to the north, which is our right to our left. All green uniforms, white numbers, white helmets.
And here comes Trent Darms and Hilliard and company.
Yeah. Trent Darms, former quarterback for the Pleasant Valley Vikings.
Quarterback.
They're excited about him, too, being on this ball club. Get your scoreboard
Carnell
going.
Calloway is right there, wide receiver.
Is he on the far side there?
No, he's right closest
right
to
here.
us.
Okay.
Hilliard alone in the backfield.
Justin Hellier, the speedster. He's always good for 5 or 6 yards. They're showing blitz, and here it comes. And they're looking to throw. They throw a swing pass out to Hellier. He hits him in the hands, and it bounces out of his hands, and that'll be incomplete.
Pass incomplete. Tested.
You know what I noticed in the game last week, Dan? Tell me if you saw the same thing. On handoffs or something. So here would be the quarterback, and you're the halfback on my left. The quarterback would turn all the way around.
Do it complete.
To do a complete 360 and
before
then
he gets in the ball.
And they had some exchange difficulties last week, and I think that has something to do with it. And we saw a little bit of that right there. And that pass was not on its mark, and Hillier was wide open and with a lot of running room. So Darms will try it again. He'll step back 2 or 3 drops, and now he's got. I know the ball is knocked out. There's a big fumble and a scrum down at the 42. We'll see who got it.
I think Shasta fell on it.
They did.
Number 76 right there fell on it for Shasta, and that's
Malik Duffy.
Malik.
Big old boy.
Brings down 3rd down and 12 for Shasta, starting it off with those long third downs.
Malik Duffy, Danny, weighs 345 pounds. If I saw him coming out the same ball I was going for, I would just hand it to him and give him a 20. Okay, so Darms with 4 receivers out in their slots, 2 in the slot, 2 wide on each side. Hellier in the backfield for blocking. He'll step a little bit, pick it up, pass over to the right flat, and that is almost intercepted but incomplete.
What a great coverage by the Blue Devils.
Pass intended for Daniel Lewis. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Callaway.
And that was Jack.
Good defense there. He was almost intercepted, had his hands in front of it.
Wow.
Positioned himself perfectly on the defense. Being a defender of wide receivers is not an easy gig.
No, it's not. It's not easy. You have to stay man-to-man if you're going to stay man-to-man, and you have to play them tight. If you're in that zone, you better hope somebody else picks them up.
Sophomore Nick Cook is back to receive the punt. He's at his 15-yard line, and it gets a bounce. He'll take it over his head, and it'll bounce all the way down to the 1-yard line. They touch it, and then it bounces into the end zone, and that's what it'll be. It'll be a touchback.
He got a little overexcited there on grabbing the ball, and he could have had it down at the 1-yard line.
Oh, tough break. That Devontae Robertson, he had plenty of time to do it, too. And, I think that's jitters, early quarter jitters.
Oh, he had the jitters last week when he got that blocked punt, and then he recovered it. And he got tagged for an early celebration. They're learning. It's a learning curve. The jitters got to be out of him by now.
Hey, if you have any more nights like you did last night, you're going to be dancing with Mr. Jitters. Okay, so off and running they go. And Cosio, the quarterback, and he'll hand it off up the middle, and he's got a guy who's on the run, and that is going to be Brandon Sanchez, and Sanchez is going the distance, 30 all the way down to the 25, the other end of the field before he's brought down.
Whoa, what the speed with Traco Maddox, number 15 for Shasta.
Yeah, he had some catching up to do. Sanchez has got some wheels. He's a wide receiver, big, tall guy. We'll be saying his name a lot tonight, and he just took it all the way downfield. 20, 30, 40, 55-yard gain. 55 for a wide receiver.
Wow.
So that'll be 1st and 10. Close to the red zone right now. And Cosio, the quarterback in the shotgun formation, he's got a halfback on each side of him. He'll hand it off over the right tackle side. And that is ball carrier Lotulele, and he's hit immediately, and he has no success with that one. May have even lost a few feet.
Brandon Litz came through that offensive line and just put the hurt on him in the backfield.
They hit him quick.
That's what their defense has to do this game. They have to get that penetration immediately.
Well, that's where games are won and lost, and that's on the offense and defensive line. You can tell when things are not working, it's usually because somebody is not doing their job or following through with their assignment. Handoff again. Goes right up the middle, and it goes nowhere, and that's Lotulele again. Getting down to the 24-yard line.
Zachary Thompson stood him up right and just tattooed his number right on his chest.
Cover me for a second while I grab a bottle of Mount Shasta spring water.
Okay, 3rd down, 9 to go. 10 minutes left in the first quarter. He's in the I formation in the shotgun. He's got 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Oh, we got either a offsides by the defense, or he made him do the false start. But I do believe the defense jumped first. Boy, look at them. They're all going back into the corner there.
There's an old myth, Dan, about the I formation, and it happened in 1932 when somebody went up to the coach and said, "Coach, I can do it. Put me in the I formation."
I can do it.
Okay, I made that up.
I like that, though. Put me in, coach.
I learned from my friend Gary Cressy that 90% of all facts are made up on the spot. This is perfect football weather. It's about 79 degrees, about 5 mile an hour, beautiful breeze. Feels good. People are still rolling in here to Memorial Stadium for the opener for Shasta College.
We met somebody by the last name of Jensen.
Yep, Cosio back to pass. He's looking way downfield into the end zone, and there's nobody around but a Shasta Knight, and it's just off of his fingertips, incomplete.
Cliff Jackson trying to make that interception.
He almost had it.
I think he was going to try to make the touchdown for them.
I'm not sure if he didn't have communication with the quarterback for Merced, because it looked like he was going out for a pass, and he threw it right to him. Seen some weird things this year.
Anyways, Mr. Jensen sits in the same spot for the last 75 years.
Yep. We were messing with him. We went up to him and we said, "Hey, excuse me, sir, we're going to have to relocate you to the snack bar. We're going to need you to be the manager of the ketchup dispensing station." He laughed and he said, "I ain't going nowhere. This is my seat."
This is my seat.
I love old guys who've been coming around for a long time. They've got the history. Cosio now in the shotgun. He'll move it back. He'll step back 2-3 steps. He's looking downfield. Now he's going to scramble a little bit. The flag's going to be on the play. There's a completion there at the 7-yard line.
That was 4th down too, Gary.
I think we might have a hold back here. Devonja Shepard on the reception down inside the 10, but I think that one's coming back. Offensive holding. So that infraction will go against Frederick Jonte. So what would have put him inside the 10-yard line, about the 7, will now bring him back. It'll be like 4th down and about, a mile to go.
Gary, I got my eyes on somebody who had a fantastic game last night, and that's Mr. Troy Lyons down there.
Is that Troy?
That is Troy.
Nice haircut, Troy.
Mr. 90210 himself.
You got his cell phone? You got a cell phone number?
No, I don't.
We got to get him up here.
We will get him up here.
Before this game's over. Okay, there's the snap. We're getting ready. Merced kicks off a knuckleball. You don't see those too often. And that's going to be a fair catch called for by Maddox. And they'll have the ball at it looks like the 13-yard line. Shasta unsuccessful in their first series, and they'll take it again.
And hopefully our other friend, defensive coordinator for Shasta High School, Kirk Ramage, is supposed to be in the audience tonight.
Yeah, that'd be nice. He's probably still out at the tailgate party. He probably won't come in from that till the 3rd period. On a skateboard.
On a skateboard, he will too.
Okay, so Darms, quarterback for the Shasta College Knights. He's got Justin Hellier right behind him. Justin's a human highlight reel. We love it when he gets his hands on the ball because he can make things happen regardless of the situation in front of him, and usually does. 2 receivers, both out wide on the right and 2 out on the left. And there is going to be another fumble. That's another fumble on the exchange, and that looks like Merced may have picked it up.
There's that exchange you were talking about.
Oh, no, that is recovered by the Knights.
Again. Number 76.
Well, if you noticed on that, Justin Hellier was a little bit ahead of the count when he took off. So he was, by the time the quarterback got the ball and turned around, Justin was almost past him.
Oh, okay.
So the exchange there, the exchange rate makes a big difference. Those are almost as, deadly as penalties against you. Because if they would have lost that fumble, they would have, put Merced in a really good position right now. But didn't happen, so we'll try it again. Darms now takes the snap. He will get it to Justin this time, and he'll break it out to the outside. Makes a quick cut. Nice cut up to the 20, and he's finally brought down. Nice gain of about 7 for Justin Hellier.
Justin Ryman on the stop for Merced.
Tackle by Justin Ryman.
The Blue Devils.
Yeah, I want to say hello to Tanya and Brianna listening from Los Angeles today. They're supporting Ruben Serrano, number 71. So Tanya and Brianna, thank you very much for chiming in. Stay with us. We're going to have fun today.
I love L.A.
If you can get here from L.A. by halftime, some chili cheese nachos are all yours. Right up the middle goes Hellier, and he had room to move, and he slipped and fell at the 33. That guy can go from I'm waiting to see what happens to full speed in about 10 millimeters of a second. I like watching that guy. Exciting.
And one thing, when you slip and you go down, that's it. You're down. Doesn't matter if anybody touches you or not.
Right. Once your knee hits the ground, no soup for you.
No soup for you.
Darm's quarterback, he's got 3 receivers on the right. 1 way out on the left. Hellier right behind him. He uses him for blocking. Justin Hellier's a good blocker, too, for pass, but he'll hand it to, no, he'll fake it to him and keep it himself, and Darms is on the run. Takes it to the 45 and out of bounds at the 47-yard line. That is a good fake, even fake me. I thought Justin had the ball.
And on the stop, Aowa. Vayana Aowa. Vayoa Jr. Sloan.
Shasta College now, 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Shotgun's working for Darm so far this season. 2 steps back, and he'll hand it off right up the middle, and that goes to a great DeMarco Grayson. Man, he's an electric runner. That guy is fun, and he picks up another first down for the Knights.
He does a great job when he relieves Justin Hellier in the backfield. Picks up a nice gain right there.
I'm so used to seeing DeMarco Grayson in a different number last year. Wasn't he like 30-something?
He was 33 last year, I believe.
This year he's got number 4, and that's little Tim Naylor's old number from last year. Tim Naylor, we love talking about that guy and hope to have him on our program one of these games. I'm sure he's here today. You wouldn't have missed it. Darm's now with 2 receivers on the right-hand side and 2 ends in motion. Over to the left-hand side, and boy, slippery out there. The ball carrier was Jaquez Durham. He didn't even get around the corner, and he slipped and fell. That's why you see some of these brown spots. There's not too many of them. The field looks absolutely perfect for the game, but they had stopped watering in those areas in the last couple of days because it was slippery, and that was one of those slippery areas right there.
Time to change to longer cleats.
That's right. Either that or we're moving this game inside the big gym.
And it'll become arena football.
Darms favors that shotgun position, and he's got, receivers on both sides. He'll drop back 2-3 steps, gives a little shovel pass to Justin Hellier. He cuts left, then cuts right, picks up about 5 or 6, and down to the 25. Big run for Justin Hellier. He makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Well, he makes it look easy, but he's actually the relief for Darms there, because if all his wide receivers are tight coverage, he can release it to Hellier, and he knows Hellier is going to pick up those extra yards.
It's like the security net at the circus, right?
I like the shuffle pass.
The shuffle pass is good. You don't see that too often, but Darms did a good job with it. If you've got the hands and you can control that football really well, and they'll fake it to Hellier. And I think he was supposed to give it to Hellier. Hellier turned around, and it's almost like I saw his lips move and say, how come he didn't give me the ball? And Darms hung on to it, and he'll take it down inside the 20. It'll be 2nd down. Pretty good game, though, for a broken play.
Picked up about 7 there. Four minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter. People are still rolling in.
The tailgate party must have been something else, right?
I think it's still going on out there. There's some breakdancing going on out there, too.
I thought I heard some fireworks going off. Okay, so Darms thought about it for a second. Then he was going to run it for a second, hesitated too much, and he ran into a whole whirlwind of Blue Devils and lost a couple of yards on the play.
55, 75, and 91 for the Blue Devils.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing down there? And right now there's a whole lot of confusion.
There's
some confusion. Exchanges are a little difficult. Maybe not knowing exactly the right play is going on there. Something is not cohesive like it normally would be for the Shasta College Knights, and you can count on Mr. Darms to correct that here in no time. Here comes the snap. Tries to draw the Blue Devils off sides. He was unsuccessful with that, or maybe he wasn't. Or maybe he was. Flag is out.
False start against Shasta.
Wow. Wow. Well, Darms drew his own guy off. Tanya and Brianna listening from Los Angeles. Thank you so much for tuning us in and writing in on our YouTube channel.
I wonder if they listen to KLOS down there too.
KLOS, one of the greatest of all time.
Love that radio station down there, KLOS.
Wasn't it Bob Coburn?
Bob Coburn had the rock line?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Bob Coburn spoke like he was just a big chimney stack. Big old ballsy voice.
Oh, yeah.
I was always impressed with Mr. Coburn. Okay, Darm sends a man in motion. Low snap, and they're going to be mishandling it. Justin Hellier will pick it up and see what he can do with it. He's grabbed by the jersey. He gets away from 2 tacklers. Now he gets away from 3, and here comes 2 more that are going to say, absolutely not, you're going nowhere. Big stop on the play from David Perales.
That was a Blue Devil sandwich right there that Hellier took.
My goodness. Hellier looked like a pinball machine. It was a mishandled snap from Darms. It was a little bit low of a snap, so, you know, credit for the mishap, would be on both of them. But Darms couldn't get it. Hellier would just happen to be in the right lane, happened to be in the fast lane at the moment, reached down and picked it up. Now, Kendall Roshine is going to go for a field goal, and this is going to be a 47-yarder. There's the kick, and it's blocked. It is blocked, and it's picked up by DeMarcus Jones.
He can't pick it up and run it.
For the Blue Devils, and off and running he goes across midfield 40. He's got blockers in front of him. He's going to go all the way, 10, 5, and touchdown Merced for DeMarcus Jones on a blocked punt.
Wow. Omar Boyd for Shasta was running up and catching up to him, but he just didn't have it in stride.
In some football circles, they would call that taking it all the way to the house.
He did take it to the house, too.
He did.
He took it downtown.
Quick runner, sophomore, 5'11", 202. He's a defensive back. DeMarcus Jones with the run back on the blocked punt.
And what's a bummer is you got most of an offensive line out there that isn't really your 440 runners.
Left-footed kicker Joseph Lima now goes for the extra point, and he gets that down and up, and it's textbook and perfect. So the kick is good. Here we go. 2:24 left to play in the first period, and the Merced Blue Devils have struck first. They lead 7-0. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff right after this.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
This is TJ Holmes with the Reading Visitors Bureau and Visit Reading. You're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
I'm sorry, I'm getting down tonight.
No, that's okay. Was TJ drunk when he recorded that? Sounded like a couple of his teeth fell out. That's a terrible kick.
Went out of bounds.
Could have almost have been an onside kick if they would have made it. It was down and out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Not exactly what I think that they had planned on, because that gives some pretty decent field position to the Knights right now.
Did you see all the divots that come up? He needs. Was
he
golfing?
I did that.
Boy, like the ball went up in the air and all this grass went everywhere.
Shasta Physical Therapy wants you to know it's your health, your recovery, and most importantly, it's your choice. If you require physical therapy because of an injury at work, at home, or at play, the time has come when you need post-operative rehab. Gary Hoffman and Andy Hogum at Shasta Physical Therapy. They had that big golf tournament today at Gold Hills. I hope you guys did well. Louis Miramonte, it's a benefit for cancer and all right here locally. So we hope that that was a very successful tournament for you, Chad. And them folks at Gold Hills usually do it upright. They do it for the Asphalt Cowboys, and we are always pleased with it. Handoff goes to Hellier. He goes up the middle, and he gets nowhere, so he moves to the right, and he gets a knockback block and hit right in the midsection. Knocked his feet out from underneath him, and he did a face plant, but there's a flag on the play.
Tackle made by J.C. Uro. Flag on the field.
Holding on the Knights.
That's that young offensive line.
Be a 10-yard penalty.
We got a nice sized crowd down here today, Gary.
I knew they would show up. They always do.
They're rolling in still.
Great crowd, great supporters of the Shasta College Knights here. I'm happy to be here. I've been waiting for months for this. Darms back to pass. He'll swing it over to Justin Hellier. He's a good hands, and he stops to go for a couple of seconds. He even maybe lost a yard or two for the hesitation and ran out of bounds at the 20 or the 29.
Chance Young Jr., did you see him? He was trying to rip the ball out as he was trying to tackle him there.
Yeah, they teach that and have been for quite some time. Protect the ball. They always used to say protect the ball, right? Protect it, protect it, protect it, because people come from behind you and smack it out of you this way, or they just grab it and rip it. A football is odd shaped, little nugget, and it's easy to rip out.
It's easy to steal it if you have to.
Okay, so got two receivers on the far left and two way out to the right-hand side, and in the backfield, I think that might be Grayson. Ooh. And he is hit hard immediately, but he still kept going. DeMarco Grayson, tough guy, picks up about 3 or 4.
Daniel Chavez on the stop for the Blue Devils.
Man, he was hit so hard his kid in the grandstands got dizzy.
And he's sitting there saying, "You're the devil in disguise."
That's right. Yeah, I mean, we see these hard hits and all this tough stuff, and you and I are no spring chicken like we used to be, but we used to be that caliber.
Oh yeah,
we was that caliber.
I used to get hit like that.
Darms now will take the snap. He'll send everybody out, and he's going right over the middle, and he's got a guy wide open, and look who it is. That is a good catch and a big run right now. He's on the move. Giovanni Lackman, and he's still going down to the 5 and finally brought down at the 8-yard line. Lackman, there is a big, huge play for that young man.
He was their #1 receiver last week.
Yes, he was.
And he's off to a good start again.
Sneaky. Snuck out of that backfield and came right over the middle.
Last week, 7 receptions for 84 yards, and that's a good way to start off.
Well, that's like 60 of them right there.
And number 82 is in the game, Gary, if you notice.
That's Patrick Blake.
Out wide to the right.
There is a whistle out. That's
the end of the first quarter.
It'll be the end of the first period. That's what it'll be. So after 1, it's Shasta College 0 and the Blue Devils out of Merced 7, and we will be back with the second quarter coming up next.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Hi, I'm Gary Sinise. Our veterans put everything on the line to protect our freedom. We may never be able to repay them for their sacrifice, but we can show them just how much we appreciate all they've done. You can help by simply sharing your time, lending a warm smile, a supportive hand, or a sympathetic ear to someone who needs it. Everyone can do something to make veterans know just how much we appreciate their service. Please visit www.volunteer.va.gov. What will you do?
Hey, it's Dave Tappan from Rad 103.1, Redding's Classic Rock. And you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Our friend Dave Tappan is home right now. I can see him sitting out on his back patio next to the barbecue. He's got a big full-size chicken with a 12-pack of Keystone Light underneath it, and he is grilling it up. The chicken ought to be done by about 9:30 tonight.
He makes beer, or chicken with beer.
Well, he makes, yeah, he does. He makes beer. You can make beer out of anything. Oh, no, I think he makes beer out of his cigarettes.
I think he's got a stock in Keystone.
Dave Tappan, my man from XS Sports 96.1, XS961.com. They're also simulcasting this game. They will be carrying our second half of Shasta High School Wolves football games on their radio station as of October 7th. We're very excited about that. So in the striking zone right now, Darms will take the handoff, and he'll give it right away to DeMarco Grayson. Grayson met with some opposition after a couple of yard gain, not much.
Hey, you want to make $20 right now, Gary?
I do.
Go down there and tackle Troy Lyons and tell him to get up here.
I'll
But
do
you
it.
got to take him down.
20? I'll do it for 10. I'll just send him a message.
Send him a message.
He's a high schooler. He's got his phone attached to his hip.
As they all do.
3 receivers on the left-hand side now for Darms as he looks over the situation. And wide out to the right is B.J. Brown. Haven't heard his name yet. Oh, and that is going to be a tipped pass. He was in the – I don't think he was in the forward motion or not. We'll see what they call.
I think his arm was going forward, but we're going to see from the referees here.
Oh, that's going to be a turnover. First down for Merced.
Ah, wow.
Not something that the Knights needed down in the red zone, but they've got to go to work now.
They really wish sometimes they could have instant replay, huh?
I would think so, yeah. There's a 5-mile-an-hour wind down there. I don't know how Troy Lyons is keeping his hairdo in place. It's called
a good day to moose.
It's called Brill Cream. He uses just a little dab the size of a peach.
A little dab will do you.
Okay, Cosio now back to pass, and he's looking right over the middle. Now he's going to hang on to it, and he'll throw it at the last second. Kind of an off pass, and no good. That is going to be incomplete, intended for Marcos Dinkins.
Boy, he was really close to that, going over that line of scrimmage there, Gary.
He was very close to it. Okay, Mr. Lyons, where are you?
They were just talking to him, talking to head coach Thompson about that last play, and he was arguing that his arm was going forward. They settle him down, give him an ice cream, and on they go.
Give him a gift certificate for Wind River for a $5 slot machine, and back to the offense we go. And they fake the handoff right up the middle. The ball was passed, but it was tipped right at the line of scrimmage by Isaiah Johnson. And look at him. He's down there doing cartwheels. He almost had that. It was a good tip and almost intercepted as well, too. Bryce Stewart Glowski was in the area.
They do that chest 5, and he knocked him over. Third and 10. Aaron's doing a great job so far.
Hey, Lori McCausland, who joined us last week from the Hartnell College, is also with us from Paradise tonight. Her and Lee listening to Shasta College games on the Shasta Sports Network. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate it. In the end zone is going to be a deep pass if he can get it. He's got nobody there. Finally finds somebody, and that's the tall guy of Sanchez. Sanchez gets probably enough for a first down for Merced. Second effort is what that was. You think of all the years and all the way that things progress, they would have done something innovative with the chain gang. Same old chain gang.
It is. The same
You're
thing.
either picking up trash in Arizona or you're working on the sidelines at Memorial Stadium. It's the same deal. 13:43 left to play in the first half. Shasta is down by 7 to the Blue Devils out of Merced.
They actually got a pretty good crowd here from Merced, too.
Cosio hands off to Lotalea. Short gain, 2 or 3 maybe.
Give him about 3, bring up a 2nd and 7 for Merced.
I would really like to see this defense start to apply the pressure a little bit, especially with their linebacking core.
I think it'd be funny if one of the defensive linemen just reached over and handed the offensive guard a Dutch Bros gift certificate. that would change the game up a little bit. Handoff goes left-hand side. Somebody gets his hand on a shoulder, and man, shoulder pads are a very wonderful thing when you get hit like that.
Jared Fontaine.
Man, Lotalea got hit immediately and almost dislocated his shoulder. Be 3rd and long for the Blue Devils.
12:20 left in the first half.
Okay, back to passes. Cosio, and he's going deep down the right-hand
Wide
side.
open.
He's got a guy wide open, and he overthrows him by a couple of feet. That is going to be an incomplete pass. Elijah Macklin, the intended receiver, and he overthrew him by 6 yards.
And they're going to send the punting team on.
In the punt for Merced, Darian Cole back deep to the Knights. Henrico Maddox.
This afternoon's game is brought to us by the Sportsman's Expo, which is coming up on April 7th and 8th of next year. A big deal at the Reading Convention Center. If you are an outdoorsman or woman, that is the place for you to be. We're going to be there, and we'd like to see you there too. 3 blockers ahead of the punter, and there's pressure. The punt is up. It's got some hang time, and it bounces right at the 50-yard line, and that will take just a mediocre bounce, and the Blue Devils will down it at the 46, and that's where the Knights will take over.
Take over. First and 10. 11:56 left to play in the half.
Game's moving right along.
Aaron Williams, our friend from Shasta, he is the PA announcer here for Shasta College. I think he's also going to do the basketball games this year.
He said he's going to do some
For
basketball.
Rocket Ron, and he sounds great right out of the box.
He's a big guy, and he was nervous. He doesn't seem like the nervous type.
I know.
But he was nervous.
He was a little nervous. I mean, there's always a certain amount of positive nervous jitters. I was a little nervous before we went on today, but that's just because I was working with you.
I'd be nervous too.
All right, so they put a man in motion. They'll hand it off to Hellier, and Hellier is met immediately by a big old dude with the number 75. That's Roy Mitchell. Roy Mitchell weighs in at a very trim 315 pounds. Justin Hellier weighs in at 180 pounds. Almost more than half.
Our girls are down in front to the left, right down here.
Ours?
Yep.
They made it.
They made it.
I wonder if they got in with Amber not slapping anybody.
No, they're great here at Shasta College. They're right over here to the left.
Oh, there they are. Welcome to Shasta College. It's great. Hand off to Hellier. He's going to go around the left end. Somebody had his hand on him. He couldn't pull him down. He cuts back in right now, and he cut right back into the wrong guy.
He did run into the wrong guy.
There were several involved in that stop, and one of them was Soan. Jonathan Fang was one of them, but Soan Voia Jr. in there.
Jonathan Fang sucked his fangs into him.
No offense, but some of these names should be on some of those food labels that you can't read.
Either that or the milk cartons.
Yeah. Man.
Have you seen this guy?
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. Darms now has got his club up on the line with 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Quick dump pass intended for Hellier, but that is batted down at the line of scrimmage. And I believe that was Daniel Chavez involved in that.
David Perales.
Hands up at the last second. That's what the defensive coordinators always tell you. Put your hands up. A finger could break a play.
Yep.
A play could break a finger.
And Brian Hamilton, the assistant coach, he's immediately on to Darms there. Let's work on some things. This is what we do.
Yeah, try throwing it left-handed once. See what happens. Kendall Rawshine set to punt. The speedster, Nick Cook, stands back at his own 7-yard line, and that was a nice punt. It's going to bounce at the 16-yard line and out of bounds. So that's probably a good idea to keep it away from Mr. Cook because he's got some big returns already this year. And, you know, it's like Shasta did last year. They did the first 2 kickoffs to West Valley. Excellent returns of 50 yards or more. They kicked a squib kick for the rest of the night.
And that's good strategy. That special team sometimes can get you. Shasta did a great job last night. Fantastic game against West Valley. 49-6.
It was 47-6, and West Valley had scored a long bomb touchdown on the very last play of the game, but by the time he crossed the goal line, they had determined that the clock had ran out before they snapped the ball, so it was 47-6. And Osio pitches it out to the right-hand side, and that's going to be for a gain, maybe 1 or 2. Lotolele was the ball carrier.
Wow, he looks like Christian Okoye.
Yeah, he does, and he's going to get the call a lot tonight.
He's a running back and a fullback built into one.
Lotolele is the name. It's spelled Lotulelei. To me, that spells Louis.
That spells ukulele.
Ukulele, right. You're right.
That's the way I'm going to remember it. Lotalele, ukulele.
All right, Cosio now in that shotgun formation. He'll take 2 steps. He'll look over to the left-hand side and throw a swing pass. And right in and out of the hands of Cook. Nick Cook.
If that would have been a half a yard back, that would have been a backward pass, live ball.
What's up with not being able to handle the football? We saw a lot of that last night. We saw a lot of it last week. We're seeing it today.
It's the breeze. And he had gloves on, so I can't figure that one out.
I don't get it.
Maybe he saw Troy Lyons' hairdo.
Oh, yeah. Troy. He needs to get up here. I got a pair of clippers waiting for him. Troy Lyons. Oh, he's on Twitter. Cosio sends a man in motion from the right to the left-hand side. He's got 4 receivers on the left-hand side, and they're looking for everybody over the middle. And here comes pressure on the quarterback. And he'll go down at about the 20-yard line for a very short gain.
Nice containment by Shasta College, getting through that offensive line, putting the pressure on.
Oh, gosh. Social media's got about 632 Troy Lyons on here.
Oh, goodness.
So I'm not even going to look. We'll find him. We'll track him down. We'll send a courier down there to pick him up. Well, let's call his parole officer. He'll round him up. High snap. Here comes the punt. He barely gets it off, and it's a good punt, too. Fair catch called for. Oh, and it bounces off of his knee, and he picks it back up.
Oh, and here comes the late flag.
Well, it bounced off of his knee before he hit him. So I'm not so sure what that call's going to go.
That's going to be interesting right there. Could be.
He did call for the fair catch. But it bounced, and the ball was live, but it bounced right up to him, and he caught it. So
then they grabbed him.
They did.
Looks like it's going to go against.
Here comes the call.
Fair catch interference.
Yeah. All right, then. All right, then. Need to turn that referee's microphone up a little bit. They go, you talking to me?
You talking to me?
Yeah, we're talking to you. All right, Darms now, and quarterback he's got in the backfield. That's Grayson. He'll send him out. Oh my gosh, he got hammered so much. I think maybe he, I think maybe he needs a visit to Dr. Maria Salas after that hit. He took him down hard. Dang.
Get the coffin out.
You know, on CSI when they draw that line around the dead body, I think there's that imprint right at the 50-yard line with Darms' name in it. Good defense. Blue Devils are solid on both sides of the ball. Pretty evenly matched game. Blue Devils are up.
One block field goal is the difference.
8 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first half. Pretty uneventful so far except for the first score that the Blue Devils got. That goes right up the middle. DeMarco Grayson. He'll pick up about 4 before he's gang tackled by a host of Blue Devils. Well, Troy's not in his clique down there. He might be working his way up here.
Thomas Allegra, their backup quarterback, is over there for the Blue Devils warming up.
Did you say Thomas Allegra?
Yes.
I think he still owes me money from 1975.
You want it now?
In a coin pitching game up against the side of the wall at the high school. Okay, so now Hellier in the backfield in the fullback position. And back to pass goes Darms, and he gets rid of it quickly, and he's got a guy, and that guy misses the ball. That is Lackman in and out of his hands.
The #1 receiver, he had his hands on it. What a place to throw the ball, right in the hands.
Can you run down there and check that football for WD-40 on it?
I don't want to open up the deflate gate again.
Nobody. Hands are not what they were. Dan Marino would not be happy with these guys.
Dan Marino.
Yeah.
Had a birthday yesterday.
Yeah. Congratulations, Dan.
Hall of Famer.
You and Nutrisystem. Kendall Rawshine set to punt from the 40. And he's got Mr. Nick Cook back, standing at his own 8-yard line. A good kick, and he calls for the fair catch, and then he gets away from it, and it takes a really nice Shasta College bounce all the way down to the 6-yard line, and they will down it right there. Callaway all over the coverage. I'm sorry, not Callaway, but that was Devontae Robertson on the coverage. Regina Salisbury, one of our regulars. Welcome to the broadcast and the Shasta Sports Network, listening to us.
Regina, welcome.
Appreciate that. She's with us every week. We love that. I can't wait till we start meeting some parents from some of these players that are from across the country, because that's always fun.
We actually had McCormick's parents come up here.
Yeah.
From Hawaii. Wanted to say hi.
That's Jonathan McCormick, who's a linebacker. He's a freshman. And where are they from, Dan?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. All right. They made the drive. A quick fake pass over to the right-hand side. He finally gets a guy, and as soon as he got the ball, he got hammered immediately. A tough one right there.
Jared Fountain.
Fountain making his mark.
There's a dog on the field. Oh, there he is, a little pink.
He's got a little pink dress on. A little small thing. He's at the 10. Now he's down to the 5. He's inside the 5 and across the goal line. Touchdown, puppy dog.
Oh, my goodness.
And the owner picks her up and runs off. They got to send her out and make her do the next extra point. That dog is not supposed to go inside that barrier.
I thought when he said a dog on the field, I thought he was talking about TJ Holmes.
I know it. I know. That was funny. Okay, so that's another one of those weird facts that we've ran across this year.
But then when he said it was in pink there, I thought it was Tracy.
That was funny. What's next? A drone? Skydiver? Handoff right up the middle to Lokalele. And he breaks a couple of easy tackles and gets to the outside, and then he slips down. But it's also solidified, brought down by Preston Pitloff. Or Piltoff. Preston.
Okay, one word for these players. Longer cleats.
Something. Jeez. Put a set of Vans on or something, right? Some flip-flops. Yeah, we got to get Troy up here sometime during this game just to heckle him a little bit.
When we head to halftime, I will run down there and go get him.
Get him and make sure he picks up some chili cheese fries for the man in the booth. And that's going to be...
Timeout?
Timeout. They didn't indicate on who took it.
We could take a timeout ourselves?
Yep, let's go ahead and take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. This is Shasta College against Merced College, and Merced leads 7-0 with 6:07 left to play in the first half. Go ahead.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that will pick you up right at your door. That's Enterprise. Call us. We'll arrange to come to you, take you back to our office, and you're on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
This is Andy Hogan from Shasta Physical Therapy, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Yeah, sounded like he was working on somebody's shoulder when he recorded that. I want to say a quick hello to Leanne Hobbs, who's listening to us from Merced. You're very welcome for the broadcast. I told Pat Kelly, your sports director of information, when he came up to join us for the pregame show. When we came down to your house last year, the hospitality was unmatched. It was the best ever, and we appreciate it, and we want to make sure that you guys feel the same when you come up here to Shasta College. So thank you for listening. Long ball down near midfield, and I think he caught it.
Nope, they're going to say no.
Nope, that was
broken up
at the last second. Mark Artistide was the intended receiver, and that was a very nicely designed play and a good throw by Cosio.
Is that Bryce on the coverage? Yep. Bright Stewart Glokowski.
Laskowski. What is that name?
Glokowski.
I'm thinking Ignatowski. Remember him?
Jim Ignatowski.
Jim Ignatowski, that's correct, from the television series Taxi.
What does the yellow light mean?
That's right. And they're set to punt here, Merced. And they get off a really good end-over-end punt. It goes across midfield, and that is picked up right there by Maddox. Maddox will gain a couple of yards, but that's just about it. Great coverage by the defense or the special teams, and that was Christopher Menely on the stop there after about a 3-yard return.
He was mentally ready for it.
He was. Special teams used to be my favorite.
You were talking about taxi there. That was the funniest scene when he asked, what does the yellow light mean? And they said, slow down. He goes, okay. What does? And he kept saying it slower and slower and slower.
John Robinson listening to us from Wyoming. Nice job, John.
How's the weather in Wyoming?
It's perfect weather here. There's no more sun. There's about a 5-mile-an-hour breeze. Perfect conditions right now. Right up the middle, the ball carrier was Quincy Brown. And he gets a little bit of forward progress, maybe a 2-yard gain, if that.
Quincy Brown. What a great name.
Quincy Brown was talked about a lot last year. We haven't had the opportunity to talk about him too much this year because he hasn't had his hands on the ball that much. But when he gets it, he's dangerous. Hellier is in the backfield, and Darms now has got 2 receivers on each side of him. There's the snap. He drops back, looks over to Hellier on the swing pass, and that was almost picked off. It was tipped, blocked, almost had a hand on it. Good defense right there.
Ronald Raines
with the Edward Scissorhands right there.
Man, for a big guy, he can jump high.
Not only did he tip it, he had it in his hand. He almost palmed that ball, but just couldn't maintain control of it, or that would have been a big break for the Blue Devils. Same deal, 2 receivers on each side for the Knights. Darms set to take the snap, almost draws him off sides. He'll jump back 2 steps. Now he'll throw over the middle, and that was a pretty good pass right on the money for Carnell Callaway, but in and out of the hands and incomplete. He was open for just a second. Excellent job on the defense right there for the Blue Devils. Blue Devils are looking good today. Going for that 3rd win in a row. They're on a roll. And I said that to Patrick Kelly, too, when he was up there, and he says, yeah, well, we were 2-0 when we met you guys last year, and you beat the crap out of us. Defensive stand now. Here comes the punt. Kendall Roshine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, perfect kick. Spiral. Fair catch called for by Cook at the 28-yard line. He will make that catch and drop to an E. It was a balance thing, and now the Blue Devils will take over on their own 29.
We got somebody going to chase them down.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll put a headset on him and see what his speaking skills are like. I know what he can do, on the linebacker position.
Gary, go easy on the guy.
Oh, I will.
He's a radio virgin, okay?
I'll go easy on him. He'll be looking for a job at the Flippin' Wings on the overnight at the KFC when I'm done with him. Can I have that extra crispy, like your hair? Long pass from Cosio. Had a guy open, overthrew him, and that's incomplete.
Yeah, he knows he's been spotted now. He's like, oh, he doesn't look happy coming up here.
Oh, I think maybe them flip-flops he's wearing are a little uncomfortable.
Is he ready for surfing there or what?
I don't know. Maybe his pasties are bothering him. We kid Troy Lyons because he is a really good kid. If we didn't like him, we wouldn't have as much fun with him. And he makes our job a lot easier, and he actually, believe it or not, makes us sound good.
He does. And captain of that defense for Shasta High School.
You might want to lean over there and tell him he's got to come up through the press box 2 flights of stairs. Handoff to Local Lady, and he goes nowhere. Big defensive stand right there, and that was Arches Marks. And who's the other guy? That was a gang tackle. The other one involved Brandon Litz. Our friends in Merced tuning in, you're very welcome for the broadcast. Kay McKee, elects number 68, and that is Robert McKee. Oh, that's your boy. Nice. We love it when we get parents from out-of-town cities listening to the broadcast because not everybody can make it, and we keep an eye on your kids for you, and we'll make sure he's home before dark. Back to pass. Cosio, he's got a lot of room. Throws it over to the right sideline, and that is in and out of the hands.
Good.
Intended for Cook, who's all over the place, just can't keep his hands on the ball. Troy, how's it going, man?
We're going to get them all wired up here and mic'd up. You should be able to hear us talking to you right now. You can just leave one in the ear if you want to. Hang on to that.
If you want to listen to me, put it in your right ear. If you don't want to listen to him, put it in your left.
There's your microphone, and we're going to turn you on. Troy, welcome to the broadcast. Good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
That turns him on? Wow, you're easy. Okay, Blue Devils are going to punt right now. Their punter has been pretty successful. High snap, barely gets it off. There's a lot of pressure on him. And staying away from the ball right there is Maddox, which is a smart thing to do, and it'll roll out at about the 29. Troy Lyons, welcome. You had a good game last night. Very good game last night. You're fun to watch, man.
Thank you.
What a great defense you guys had last night. You took it to West Valley. Did you anticipate that? We were anticipating a close game.
All week we kind of felt that we had to make a statement with them since we had an embarrassing loss last year. So all week long, all we talked about was 22-0, 22-0, and that was the score of last year's game. So we had it out for them, and that's what happened.
Yeah, 47-6. That was a close game. You know, I mean, you guys did everything right last night, but you got some breaks, too, the way the ball fell and things like that. We'll come back to that in a second. Right up the middle goes Hellier. Good run, close to the first down. He might be a yard shy, depending on where they mark it. Justin Hellier, lightning fast. I like when that kid gets the ball.
Finally got to meet Dietrich Kelsall yesterday, and he says, I've heard about this player of the game. How do I get it? I said, you got to earn it.
You got to go get it, and you got to deliver us 20 pounds of Ghirardelli chocolate for our spouses. Hellier, the ball carrier up the middle, and he gets it barely over the 45. I guess that last play was enough for the first down. They gave it to him, so it'll be 2nd and 5 right now.
I got to ask you, Troy, how much were you double-teamed last night? Because I noticed you were double-teamed quite a bit.
Yeah, I'd say 60 to 70% of the time I was double teamed, but like you have Kelsall, Mosby, and Corbin as your second linebackers as well. So I mean, at the second level, that's good linebacking core. So that didn't stop us.
Mosby was pretty impressive last night.
3 sacks last night.
He was all over the place.
He was one of our players of the game.
Yeah, he did it. He had a great game.
Darm's now looking to make something happen with both 2 receivers on each side, and he's going to look downfield, and he's not even going to get a chance to bat his eye before he is hammered by Soin Vohea Jr. Hit him hard.
That's a Mosby right there. That's exactly like the hits Mosby did last night. Yeah. Each hit he had last night, each sack was an exciting sack, but it's like he was trying to tattoo his number on that guy's chest.
He came from West Valley actually as a freshman transfer from West Valley, so he knows all the guys.
Oh.
And yeah, it's personal for him especially. So yeah.
I mean, we have got a tight-knit community. I mean, Foothill, Enterprise, you guys, you all know each other. Anderson, West Valley. I mean, we're all in the same community, really.
Yeah.
And so it's fun, especially when the whole River Bowl, the bragging rights come for River Bowl. I'm very excited about the River Bowl. I was not impressed to see what happened to Enterprise last night. Had their lunch handed to them.
Woodman's a good ball club, though.
Yeah, they are. Swing pass over to the left-hand side, and that is incomplete. He could not hang on to it.
Patrick Blake.
Patrick. That's not the Patrick we know.
No, it's all hands usually for Patrick
Yeah,
Blake.
he had that same difficulty last week, too, down at Hartnell College.
He had that shoulder injury. He's still nursing it a little bit.
He might be nursing that. I think they got him a 5-gallon bucket of Ben Gay before the game started.
Coach Hamilton said the best medicine for an injured player is game day.
Absolutely. Okay, Rothschein will get a chance to put his boot on it one more time, and he's always consistent. That one's certainly no different. Ron Cook is back to receive, and they're going to totally stay away from that. It takes a nice Shasta College bounce and goes out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Nice coverage.
So, Troy, you guys got Del Monte Ranch coming up.
Del Monte?
Del Monte?
No, yeah.
Del Monte?
It's not
Del Monte Ranch.
Del Monte.
Del Monte
It's
Ranch,
not the
excuse
company
me.
that cans corn. That's Del Monte.
Oh, okay. They make good soup, too.
Yes, they do.
Now, the ranch put a hurting to you guys last year, but with North Medford, you guys took care of business there. West Valley, you guys took care of business there. You guys are on a good pace, and I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to jinx it, but you guys are on a good pace.
Cosio set to pass over to the swing side. That goes to Lotolele. Sorry, Lotolele.
Lotolele.
I have it phonetically spelled out, and I'm still tripping all over
Think
it.
of ukulele.
Yeah.
He comes from a football family. His brother, I believe, is his older brother.
He's got a brother that was drafted by Seattle, then Jacksonville, then he went to the Raiders. Now he's a Dallas Cowboy. He's got a cousin on the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, he's going deep.
And it's overthrown, incomplete pass. And he's got a middle brother who plays over at University of Las Vegas.
UNLV.
So there's
Definitely a football family.
football in that family, right?
Troy, you're a senior this year. After this football season, hopefully it's a successful one. What's next for Troy Lions the next year? You got to be looking ahead by now.
Yeah, of course. My dream's always been to play at the next level of football, so college football would be a dream of mine. But as of right now, that's all I'm worried about. But right now, we got to finish this season with
a little
our
pass
goal
over
being
to,
the
sorry,
section champions. That's all we want.
incomplete pass intended for Brandon Sanchez.
Well, I'm sure Coach Thompson here would love to have you on his defense. He'll probably put you everywhere.
That would be nice.
Coach Hunsaker and Coach Thompson are really close. They go to each other's practices. They ask about players that are coming up the next year and stuff like that, which I think is a great thing.
There's the punt. Maddox calls for the fair catch right there, and he'll take it at the 37-yard line, and that's where the Knights will take over. It's just kind of a back and forth. A lot of punts so far in this game. 1:14 left in the first half, and the Blue Devils lead the Knights 7-0.
And there's our man, TJ Holmes, right in the middle of the mix with all the players, high-fiving them all.
That's right. He goes through 17 number 2 pencils for every game. He does all the stats on every single play that takes place, and then his significant other, Tracy Ranney, she is our videographer down on the field, and then we've got 2 photographers down on the field. That's going to be Mike Daly and Tony Horde. The whole Shasta Sports Network team is here today, and that handoff goes right up the middle. Another little mishandled on the exchange, and DeMarco Grayson just barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a bad snap, too. He had to kind of reach out to it a little bit and get it back in control.
Darms in the shotgun, and he'll step up into the pocket, throw it over the middle. Pass intended for Giovanni Lackman, and just wasn't quite on the money right there. He's having some handling problems. I hope he's not driving home tonight.
Cornell Callaway was wide open.
Sometimes you can't see those guys that are totally wide open. Everybody in the whole house can see it except for the quarterback, because he might have somebody who's 6'2", 345 in his face.
Yeah, a guy like Troy Lyons coming at you.
Yeah. Darms now has all of his receivers available to him. 4 of them to be exact. He steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to tuck it in. He's going to run it. He's got enough for the first down across midfield and out of bounds right about the 49. Good save by Darms.
Stop the clock with 36 seconds left. Shasta can score. They get the ball in the third quarter, the start of the third quarter.
That's nice. Momentum will carry over. You need get the punch on the board here.
12 on the play.
Back to pass goes Darms again, and he almost had it stripped away from him, and he had a guy over on the sidelines, had a hand on it, but he may have been out of bounds even if he did catch it. That's incomplete.
B.J. Brown.
B.J.
For B.J. Brown.
We know it's B.J. because he's got them glow-in-the-dark Madge, gloves on.
What do you think of Aaron, Mr. Williams, so far announcing?
He's I knew I recognized the voice. He's not doing a bad job.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's the one that said that dog was down to the 20, 10, 15, 5. Did you see that dog out on the field? I told you to leave him in your purse.
I'll do my best next time.
I've seen rabbits at a racetrack. I've seen dogs. What else have we seen run across the field? People, naked people.
Any deer?
I don't think I've seen a deer, and you would think I would have, because I played up in Bernie when I was in high school, and there's more deer than there is population in the county.
Yeah,
that's just driving out to my house. You'll see deer all the time.
Yeah. Those deer out by your house are unpredictable.
They are very unpredictable.
I went by the Happy Valley Market one night. It was late. I was taking you home, I think, from a long road trip. I saw a deer come out of the grocery store with a six-pack in his hand and run right in front of me.
That would be Buck.
Mm-hmm. Buckweiser beer.
Buckweiser.
Okay, so Darms is looking to make something happen here. Still same setup for him. He's got the two receivers on both sides. He's got Justin Hillier in the backfield to block for him. And there's a pass over to the left flat, and that's a good pass. That is complete. That's B.J. Brown with a little bit of a pickup.
They're going to keep the clock going, too.
A couple of yards shy. They got 19 seconds to get it off.
They're going to call timeout.
All right, that's not a bad idea.
That's good.
Timeout. Let's just go ahead and stay here because there's not much.
So Shasta High School, they're off to a 4-0 start. You're looking good. You got some tough opponents coming up. I know you got the River Bowl coming up. That's a big game for you guys. I want to take you back to the week 1 against Anderson. You set the tone for that start of the third quarter with a blitz. And now I talked to your defensive coordinator, Kirk Ramage, and he said, yeah, Troy was telling me what he wants to do. That was your idea. What made you come up with that idea? Where'd you see?
Well, nothing against Anderson, but our front four against their front four, I'm going to take our front four every day. And our linebacking core as well. I think we match up one-on-one with them. I think we're going to take them every time. So I think with me, Dietrich in the middle, pushing bodies back, and our line getting a good push. So once we did that, and then I knew it was 2-on-1, me and Dietrich versus the running back basically at that point, and wrap up, and then we got 2 points. So
that set the tone for the rest of the game.
Defensive points are rare, but many times they make the difference in a football game.
That's true.
Randy Palomino was my coach at Anderson many, many years ago, 1980, and he said people come to watch the offense, but defense is the name of the game. In and out of the hands of Lackman there, almost picked off at the very last second. He couldn't hang on to it either. DeMarcus Jones upset with himself for not putting his hands on that ball.
I believe we had 8 defensive points that game.
8 defensive points.
And the safety. So
that's right.
We had 8.
Well, you guys are off to a good start. We wish you all the best. We'll be at every game as long as you don't schedule it along with Shasta College, please. Okay, because we missed the excitement. But you're welcome up here anytime. If you're at Shasta College, you get up here or we will find somebody to come down there and tackle you.
We'll send the Gestapo down for you. What are you doing tonight, Troy?
It's actually my birthday tomorrow, so just hanging out and watching the game. So
not bad. What are you going to be, 24?
No. I'll be 17.
17. I remember the day, man.
Yeah, I could go in and buy alcohol from a liquor store. I had an account there because I had a mustache and a beard at that time. You do too.
Yeah.
All right. 13 seconds left.
The Knights take a timeout. We'll stay right here.
Yep.
Why not?
All right, Troy. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Yeah, Troy. Thanks, bud.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you next week. Who do you guys play next week?
Bye week next week. The week after that is DeMonte Ranch.
Okay, good. Excellent, excellent. Shasta Wolves off to a good start this year. Troy Lyons, a linebacker, one of the best, I think, this season. Your whole linebacking crew is solid as a rock.
Captain of that defense, too. Does a great job.
Yep, we'll call you Captain Feathersword. Kendall Rawshine is punting for his 63rd time of the day. Man, now that one was off the side of his foot, bounced out of bounds.
I think that was caught by the second row and in the audience with the Bob Uecker seats.
May have been. Just a few seconds left, 5 to be exact here in the first half. Blue Devils lead 7-0. Pretty uneventful game so far. But the second half is coming.
One special team score, that is the difference in the game. Very good defensive game. A lot different team than we saw last year with Merced.
Way different. Way different. And, Cosio, who's doing a great job at quarterback, he's actually the third-string quarterback. But he can move, and he throws it, steps up, launches one all the way downfield, and in and out of the hands of number 15, Marcus Dinkins, and that had touchdown all over it. Had 3 defenders on him. Should have had the ball. Should have had the ball.
And that is the end
of the first half. Teams will go into their respective locker rooms. We'll take a break, and we'll come back and recap the first half. That'll be easy, so stay with us here from Memorial Stadium. We will be right back.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Omega Mortgage. We believe in loans, not limitations. Educating our customers is the key ingredient to our recipe of conducting quality business. At Omega Mortgage, we're more than a broker. We are the bank. From application to in-house funding, we do it all and pass the savings on to you. We make instant decisions based on the merit of your loan, not just income and credit. Our loans fund in as little as 5 days, so whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home or commercial property, we have the right products for you. Our clients benefit from our cutting-edge agent pricing program because it offers you the best loan programs for your individual needs and situations. Get the facts from a name you can trust, Omega Mortgage. Set up a mortgage planning session today with one of our experienced mortgage planners. Call 223-1400, 223-1400. Finally, a lender you'd refer your friends to, Omega Mortgage. We do loans.
Honey, the water isn't working. I'm going to call J&J.
J&J Pumps offers the largest crew and inventory to get your water back on sooner. From water pumps to water filtration and everything in between, J&J Pumps will solve your water problems. J&J also offers 24/7 emergency service. When you have a water problem or question, contact J&J Pumps. Rain, sleet, or snow, J&J will go. Now located at 4952 South Barney in Anderson.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
My name is Ben Goring, and I'm a high-voltage journeyman lineman for REU, your community-owned electric utility. Linemen maintain REU's system. No matter summer's heat or winter's cold and rain, we are there for you. Our team loves what we do and are committed to doing it safely. Providing the Reading community with reliable power is not only a top priority at REU, it's our passion. I live, work, and play in this community. I'm a husband, a dad, and the coach of my daughter's soccer team. I'm a lineman and very proud to be part of Reading Electric Utilities family.
Hi, this is Brittany from Maxwell's Eatery, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
At Enterprise Rent-A-Car, we listen.
And we've been listening for more than 55 years.
To customers and employees.
In fact, there was an Enterprise employee who came up with the idea of picking you up when you need to rent a car.
It was a great idea.
At your house, at the repair shop, we'll pick you up.
Wherever you need us,
we'll be there. Listening. Let us show you what that means.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Welcome to the Shasta Sports Network Halftime Report. A quick look at tactical and statistical information from the first half of tonight's game. Here now, with an in-depth analysis on the first half, Gary Moore and Dan Miller.
Here we are, Memorial Stadium, halftime, and the Blue Devils lead the Shasta College Knights 7-0. TJ Holmes is joining us up here. He's our stat man down on the side of the field. TJ, I haven't seen your sheet yet, but it looks like you might have more punts than passing yardage on both teams. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, Shasta's got 6 punts. I remember last time Brian Hamilton, I've seen him punt 6 times in a game. I mean, this offense is usually so prolific, especially with the running game, and you know, they're just unable to get anything done tonight. Just Trent Darm's under a lot of pressure, and
yes, he is.
Some drop balls from the wide receiving corps.
They're a little off key. I would say that they're a little off key. That's the best way I can explain it. Lackman's dropped like 2 or 3. BJ has had a couple of opportunities, but hasn't been able to, you know, make anything out of them. Justin Hellier's doing a good job, but the offensive line, I think, needs to step up a little bit more.
I'd have to agree. And you know what I feel like this is missing from the team right now is they're looking for that spark. Now, you know, Justin Hellier's gotten a couple of great runs, and just like you'd expect, I mean, when you run hard and you're going to fire the crowd up, you're going to fire your team up. But this is a big crowd out here.
Yeah.
Opening night.
Dead quiet.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And they're looking for that 1 play or 2 plays to get that spark. And, you know, they just haven't gotten it yet.
They're going to have to send the lonely Maytag repairman out to be the referee for the second half. Hey, tell us about the field down there. I've seen a lot of slips and some missed footing going on down there. Is it wet down there?
No, I think it's just cut really short. It's kind of like playing on carpet right now, but, I mean, you got to love it. I mean, getting to play on real grass. It's a rarity these days to be able to play on real grass, and I think their footing is a little off right now.
We were talking to Sean, one of the maintenance crew here, and they said he has heard some rumblings, and you might know something about this. If you do, you can let us know, that they were able to receive a grant, and part of that grant might allow them to redo or rebuild the press box, and then they're talking about moving the field 30 feet that way to get it away from this concrete wall, and then there's talk of putting in turf. Have you heard any of that?
I haven't, but I hope they don't move it away from the wall. I mean, that's what makes this stadium so special, is the fans being right on top of on the field and on top of the players. I mean, you're not going to get that anywhere else, where you're going to feel like you're right on the sideline. And I think that's what makes Memorial Stadium so great, is the closeness and proximity to being able to be right in the action and hear the hits from even the back row on this field.
It's really a lot. I mean, I can only equivalent that to going to spring training down in Arizona and Scottsdale, when you're like right up. I went there for my very first time many, many years ago, and that's when Alex Rodriguez was a rookie on the, what is it, the Brewers or Texas?
Seattle Mariners?
Seattle. And we were right there. I mean, we wanted to say anything to him, we could say it to him. And that is a nice little cozy feel here. And when you can hear some of the things that go on down on the sidelines, it makes the game a lot more exciting, especially when you have a boring game, which is what we got so far.
You know, I mean, if you like defense, I mean, Shasta's defense is playing lights out right now. Their front, their defensive line, their linebacking core is absolutely tearing this game up. Their DBs are playing well. There's a couple of missed opportunities that Merced could have had, a couple of blown assignments, but they're still playing really well. I mean, this defense is outstanding for where we saw them last week to where they're at this week. The DBs are playing a lot better, not giving up those big plays.
And Lakeman, a couple of drop passes that could have went for some big gains right there.
I'll give you a little statistic here from Pat Kelly, who is the Director of Sports Information for Merced. The Blue Devils have outscored opponents 52-7 so far in the second half. They've only played 2 games, but they scored almost 90 points in those 2 games compared to like the 15 or 18 points that they gave up. So they're a tough ball club, and they're looking good, and they're going for their 3rd win tonight.
And Shasta's still looking for that first win.
For that first win, I mean, I think right now, I mean, this game is so close. I mean, the only points on the board is from a blocked field goal return for a touchdown. Right. They just didn't have the speed with those guys on the field to be able to track him down. So, I mean, you know, it's one of those weird plays where that happens. But I mean, I see this game as like 0-0 right now. I mean, this is such a tight game. Shasta unable to capitalize, and Trent Darms is just not getting that time to throw the ball. I mean, everything's got to be short because he can't throw deep right now.
Dan, why don't you run downstairs and send a fax to the league and see if we can have 15 players on our offensive line for the second half. That might help us out. But you're absolutely right, TJ. How many yards does Justin Hellier have so far in the first half?
He's got 38 rushing on 7 carries, 2 catches for 11 yards. So he's got 49 yards on 9 total touches. I think that the game plan, at least if I could predict, is to get him more involved in the second half. He seems to be that engine that gets his team going. He was all last year.
Yep.
He's that sophomore. You know, he's got that wrestler. He's got that bulldog mentality. And when he's out here, he can fire up the stands. He can fire up his players. And they need a spark right now.
They do need that spark, so we're hoping to get it in the second half. TJ, thank you so much for your efforts. We appreciate everything you're doing for us, and we love you having on the microphone as well. So second half starts in 12 minutes. We'll be back for the kickoff in about 12 minutes. Stay with us here at the Shasta Sports Network.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
The biggest sale of the season is happening right now at Appliances Direct. Don't skip this once-in-a-year sale when the best deals in town get even better with special savings on every appliance for your home. Save big on GE Appliances kitchen package bundles and laundry packages. Ask about additional savings with GE Appliances rebates and local utility Energy Star rebates. Buy now at these low prices and pay later with Appliances Direct's 12 months no-interest financing on purchases of $399 $9.99 or more OAC. Don't wait for orders from the big box stores. Appliances Direct has a large in-stock inventory ready for immediate delivery. Bring in your best locally advertised GE Appliances price, and Appliances Direct will beat the deal. Guaranteed. Appliances Direct is locally owned and operated with the best pricing and customer service in the North State. Just check out the reviews on Google and Facebook. Appliances Direct, 3495 South Market Street in Reading.
Everybody knows Enterprise picks you up. But can they solve all my transportation needs? Spoiler alert, they can.
You can buy from Enterprise Car Sales.
Sold. Car sharing. That's alarmingly sensible.
We even rent exotics.
That's good, because sometimes Mama wants to drive like a mother. Big trucks are kind of my jam. You guys make me feel so special.
Like a princess?
Exactly. Rent, buy, or share. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
Welcome back to Memorial Stadium here, Shasta College in Reading. Halftime score. The Blue Devils out of Merced lead the Shasta Knights 7-0. Second half getting ready to kick off here.
And that 7 points came from special teams, a blocked field goal. You have most of your offensive line on there. When he picked it up, he could beat everybody out there.
Something like my mom used to say, and you've heard her say it. Things have got to change.
Things have got to change. So while we're in the break, Gary has a craving for chili, cheese, something.
Yeah,
Whether it's nachos or fries.
Hey.
They don't serve fries. They don't have chili at the snack bar. So I just grabbed him some cheese nachos. I took the last one, and I was the most hated guy down there. I had to run.
Hey, you know what? Nacho cheese is good. I could have a bowl full of bottle caps with this stuff on it, and it'd be great.
Yeah, but everybody was looking at me saying, hey, that's nacho cheese.
Some pretty good nacho cheese, too.
It's got a little kick, huh?
Got a little kick to it.
I would have thrown some hot sauce on there, but I didn't have time. I was the hated man.
Okay, back to receive the second half kickoff. Adian Patterson. He's on the left side. That is going to go to Kenny O'Mike Jr., and here he goes. He runs to the left-hand side, and he's going the wrong way, and they wrapped him up. Got his shoestring tackle at the 15.
And Josu Mendoza.
Negative yardage on that one.
Brings it out to the 16-yard line. The Knights will start the second half. 1st and 10.
Rancho Cucamonga listening to us, supporting number 19, Preston Piltoff. Thank you, Karis Grace, Michael Walker. We love hearing from folks who are listening to us from distances away that cannot make the game. That makes our effort that much more worthwhile. That's why we do it.
Wyoming's the farthest place right now so far, right?
Wyoming, yeah. I'm sure somebody's listening in Guam. They just too afraid to, oh, that looked like a face mask.
Oh, you're with Gary?
Well, you'd think it would be.
I mean, he twisted 4 vertebrae on that just by grabbing his helmet. Wow. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Was that a face mask?
Well, it was a horse collar
something.
tackle.
Yeah.
Or an attempted horse collar tackle.
So that was enough for a first down. Justin Hellier, he's just picking off yardage little by little.
Enough for a first down. Let's see if these guys got the right pep talk during halftime.
B.J. Brown going out to pass right over the middle. That is complete to Lackman, and he hangs on to it this time. Very nice. Good gain. Picked up about 7 on the play.
Daniel Chavez on the stop for the Blue Devils.
You know, I would keep thinking that they would, try to throw that ball a little bit more to Patrick Blake, but they got to have the pass. They got to have the pass protection in order to do it.
Yep, that's exactly right, and it's that young offensive line that really needs to start working together. I mean, lock your arms together to keep that guy from getting through.
Do something.
Something's got to change.
That's right. So Darms now has got 3 receivers on his left-hand side, 1 far to the right. That's B.J. Brown, and he'll hand it off right up the middle. That goes to Justin Hellier. He gets very close to the first down on that play. He worked hard for that one.
Boy, he just lowered his head and lowered the boom, and that's enough for a first down.
Nice.
This is always their philosophy for Shasta College, is to run a lot of time off the clock, start in the third quarter, keeping more of that offense at a break.
Well, clock management is a big deal in the second half. It's like TJ said, to me, this game is 0-0. Swing pass, left-hand side to Justin Hellier. He runs right into a guy, bounces off of him like a pinball and keeps going. Gains about 3 more after that one. I'm sorry, that wasn't Justin. That was Patrick Blake. Nice job, Patrick. That was a hit,
He bounced right off of Chance Young Jr. Bounced off him like a pinball.
Sportsman's Expo is coming up April 7th and 8th of next year, and that's a big event at the Reading Convention Center. Anything and everything having to do with sportsmanship, women, men, children, camping, all of that there. You don't want to miss it. Make sure you stop by and see us, the Shasta Sports Network booth. Snap goes to Darms. Handoff goes right up the middle. Pretty good run right there from DeMarco Grayson. That's enough for a first down plus 3 or 4 more.
Wow. Chewing away at the clock, and they're just pounding the ground.
I want to hear some yelling down there. All I'm hearing is the golf clap. I feel like I'm at Pebble Beach.
8 yards on the carry. Good enough for a nice first down.
There we go. There's somebody. Woo!
That was probably one of our girls.
So first and 10, 11:45 on the clock. I formation, 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 out to the left. And a quick pass.
Oh,
and it's right through the hands of Patrick Blake.
I mean, he lunged out there for it, but it was just right through his arms. And that, see, again, that is timing. Darms had plenty of time to throw it, and Patrick Blake was wide open.
I don't think he planned on number 91 for the defense there to possibly got his hands on the ball.
David Perales, defensive lineman, 6'3", 210. He is a freshman. He'll be back next year.
And prognosis is he'll block that pass.
Prognosis negative. All right, Darms barking out instructions down there to the lineman. There's the snap. He'll drop back to sit and shovel pass. Nice job. Very nice, DeMarco Grayson. That shovel pass has worked twice tonight for small yardage, but nevertheless, it's a big pickup. A couple of yards shy of the first down. It'll be third down.
I think
got a player down right now,
I think he's down right now. I think DeMarco Grayson's down.
They're calling for the crew from the Blue Devils side. Grayson is up, and the player that is down is not moving at all. They're tending to him right now. As soon as we can get his number, we'll let you know all about it. But that's a good time for us to take a quick break. Shasta Physical Therapy, they are on board for us this year, and they take care of stuff just like this, injuries and rehab and things of that nature. We'll talk more about them, but we'll be back right after this.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
This is Gary Hoffman at Shasta Physical Therapy. You are listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
It's a good place to be right now. The player for Merced is still down. We don't know who it is, but he is moving. He is talking. He's got a grip on one of the coach's wrists, so we know that there's, he's coherent down there.
There's just something in the air today.
Something like this, you never want to rush. You never want to rush. They got him sitting up now. And, just take it slow.
Look at Shasta College. All the defensive play or the offensive players out there, they're all on their knee.
That's out of respect for both teams. That's something that's been going on for years now, and it's a nice thing to see. We appreciate that as well. And that is a big DeMarcus Jones, who's been heavily involved in this football game, and he's moving real slow. He's not limping or anything, so it could be a classic case of just getting the wind knocked out of him, Dan. You've had that happen to you before.
Oh, yeah.
I know I have. I mean, you're dazed and confused down there on the field. Jason Shippen, thank you for tuning into our work, listening from Ferndale, Washington. He is a big fan of Chris Hernandez and Christian Rodriguez. Jason Shippen, Ferndale, Washington, thank you very much.
I've been through Ferndale on my trucking days.
And just so you know, Jason, every single game that Shasta College does, we will be there with a broadcast, home and away all season long. I mean, if they get together and play flag football on the weekend, we're going to cover it.
We will be there, even if it's out in the street.
Darms now. His eyes have got to be 3 times the size. And they fake the handoff up the middle, and they give it around the outside, and that goes nowhere. Callaway hit at the knees.
Raines, what a nice read by Raines for the Blue Devils.
Yep, he was not fooled at all.
Brought down by Ronald Reyes for a 7-yard loss.
That's going to bring up 4th down and looks like 10.
It is 10. Kendall Rothschein has had more business today than Dutch Bros. He's kicked about 7, 8, 9 times tonight. And that's going to be Nick Cook back to receive. Rothschein kicks it. That's a beautiful punt. It'll go down to Cook, and he'll finally pick one up and do something with it. Takes it at the 15, and he hobbles and moves. Somebody grabs him around the ankle. He's able to lean over and get over to the 21-yard line. Not much of a return, but that's the first time he's had a chance to do anything with it tonight. Nick Cook, normally a wide receiver, but he also runs back punts, kickoffs, all that. Multifaceted ball player.
And it looked like it was West Thatch on the stop for Shasta. He had him by the foot and just didn't let go.
Hey, if you can't wrap around their waist or their hips, hang on to their feet.
He just wanted his shoes back.
You should tie his shoes together for him while he's down there.
So first down for the Blue Devils.
Cosio has had a pretty consistent night here at quarterback position for the Blue Devils. They'll hand it off right up the middle, offside left hand, low to Laley. He maybe got 3 or 4 on the play.
Marks and Faircloth on the tackle for the Knights.
Faircloth on the stop. Boy, I don't know what coach was down there yelling. I can hear him from up here. Makes me want to go get down there and run laps. So that was a gain of 5, second down and 5, 9:40.
Cosio will hand off to local Laley. Right up the middle. That could be enough for a first down. Hard yardage they're gaining today. Difficult yardage.
Faircloth again.
About 6, good enough for a Merced first down.
Drew Faircloth. All he's got to do is do one silly move, and I'm going to start calling him Drew Loincloth. He's a good kid. We're friends with his dad. Matter of fact, his dad was the first guy we met when we started doing Shasta College games down there in West Hills last year. He was on the phone. He was the one who picked us up and guided us through our broadcast. There's a completion over to the left-hand side to Aaron Jenkins. Jenkins does a spin move, takes it up to the 40. He's 2 yards shy of the first down.
And Tarico Maddox on the stop. Good open field tackle. Tight on the coverage. It's really hard to anticipate what a wide receiver's route's going to be for any defensive back.
You got to have agility to be doing that. I'm surprised they're not a little bit closer up on him, you know, and giving him a bump. Lokalele up the middle, and has enough for the first down. Wow. Up across the 47 near midfield, and that'll be another first down for the Blue Devils.
Broke 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles on that one, Gary.
Devontae Robertson, Jared Compton on the tackle. And run good enough for Merced first down.
Once again, the only score in this game is the blocked field goal. Ran it back for a touchdown. 7-0. 8:15 left in the third quarter. And here comes the pressure now.
Lokalele is across midfield, strong, and he's still going. Finally brought down at the 41-yard line. Good save right there by Diedrich Luton.
Luton did a tootin' good thing.
Another first down for the Blue Devils. I think Troy Lyons slipped the Midol in my nacho cheese, man. My headache's going away, though.
What a great kid.
I like him. Back to pass, Cosio, and he's going deep as far as he can go, and he's got a guy wide open, and he's off balance, turned himself around and missed it. Aaron Jenkins, the intended receiver. That is an incomplete pass. A lot of excitement for no gain.
So, Gary, you see where Troy Lyons is right now. Do you recognize the guy to the left of him?
Well, where is he, sitting down or standing up on the wall?
Troy's sitting down on that bar. Right to the left of him. Kind of like a crew cut, curly hair.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
That's Ratavian Matthews.
No kidding. I ran into him. He was working at a fast food joint somewhere.
And he spiked your pizza.
He recognized me. Lokalele again. He gets around the corner, but he's got pretty much everything but a guillotine on him right there. Wow. That was a rough bring down right there. I think Diedrich Luton involved.
He started it all.
Defense has been the difference in this one for the Knights. Offense is not much going. Not much going.
Both offenses actually, the start of the third quarter, have moved the ball efficiently, and then it finally dived down. Let's see if this will happen for the Blue Devils. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. 3rd down and 4.
Pass right over the middle. Hard pass and almost intercepted at the very last second, but he couldn't get to it quite enough. That was Paris Magno.
That means, man, you almost had it.
Caleb Hendricks is listening to us. Says that Shasta's moving at a slower pace than they did the year that he played. And you're absolutely right, Caleb. And
this is 4th down.
Darms just can't get anything going because he has no protection right now, but
he dove for the 1st down and he got it.
Lotulele again with another 1st down pickup. They're getting 2 here, 3 there, 3.5 here, 4 here. They're doing it the hard way, but they're burning up time on the clock. 6:42 left to play in the 3rd. Shasta still down by 7.
And they're also wearing that defense down. So 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils. He's back to pass.
Over the middle, and that's blocked. Somebody got a hand on it. I believe that was the big dude right in the middle, Brandon Litz.
Number 50, yep. He's a freshman.
Nice job, Brandon. Look at him.
6 foot, 200.
Look at him hustling off that field.
6 foot, 295 pounds.
I haven't seen him run that fast since somebody dropped a burrito on the ground. Nice job, Brandon. All right, what do they got? You hear all that cheering? That's the Shasta College Knight team on the sideline doing it.
Oh!
Handoff right up the middle. Hard hit, very tough hit.
Zachary Thompson.
How about that? Arches Marks also involved on the stop. He's the big boy right in the middle. Looks like Lawrence Taylor.
75, Arches Marks also in on the tackle for tonight.
Aaron Williams is doing a great job on the PA announcing tonight.
I walked by him and I told him that. I said, you're doing great. He said, thank you. I need that.
We're going to have to get him a personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut tonight.
And again, the chanting.
They're
it's an end around.
End around, left-hand side. Macklin, Elijah Macklin. There's a flag down on the play. He gets across the 1st down line. We'll see what's going to happen. That's usually some sort of a downfield holding or something.
19 for Shasta. He's pointing.
Here's that 1st down. There's flags on the field.
Preston.
Yeah, he's indicating that the penalty is against the Blue Devils. Blue Devils are backing up like they know, especially the one guy that was the felon.
So I got to back him up 10 yards. Holding on Merced.
Whoops. Well, that never goes in your favor. Unless you're in love. Holding never works.
After the penalty, brings up about a 3rd and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Obviously, they're in 4-down territory.
Cosio has been pretty strong with his arm tonight. He can roll around and he can get open in the area. He's got an outlet. He throws it midway down the middle of the field, and very good pass for Nick Cook, complete.
And a 1st down.
Wait, what are they saying? Yeah, okay. Well, sometimes those officials make signals that really don't make a whole lot of sense, but that one did in the end. It's going to be a 1st down for the Blue Devils. They're inside the red zone, right about the 17-yard line, and threatening to strike and put more points on the board.
And what a long drive it's been. They've used up at least 6 minutes on the clock.
Ball control, clock management, physics, algebra, trigonometry, it all factors in. And a lot of time to throw over the middle. Had a guy for just a second, and he was hit right when the ball got there, and he's moving a little bit slow. Hurt his wrist on that one.
He tried to thread the needle on that one. It just didn't work.
That was the big man Sanchez. And he's waving for somebody to give him a little reinforcement because he was actually walking over to the Shasta College bench. So he's a little shaken up on that play.
Well, I think I caused a ruckus over there. The cafeteria's closing after the
They're
third
shutting
quarter.
it down.
Yep.
Shutting it down. Cosio back to pass. He's had lots of time all night, and there is a completion right at the 5-yard line, and he's still moving. Fumble, the ball pops out, and it pops out into the end zone, and we've got a scrum, and it looks like Shasta may have fallen on it. We're going to find out here in a second. Bunch of arms are waving. Looks like there's the jumping jack thing going on.
Look at the ref. He's like, he took off with the ball.
Yeah. They still have not indicated that it's going to be Shasta's ball. They've not made an official indication, but all teams are switching, so it looks like they fumbled recovery in the end zone. Shasta will get the ball at the 20, so that's a break.
What a great job by Shasta there. He came up, he took the ball all the way to the sidelines, and the referee was just pointing at him like, he's got the ball.
Heck, by the time the referee figured out where the ball was, he was halfway down to the drive-thru and in and out.
From the ball. Take over first 10. On 20.
Well, now, 1st and 10 for Shasta. Darms is looking it over. Back to pass.
Oh, man, he got hit hard again.
In and out of the arms of Durham.
Goodness.
Jaquez Durham.
We're going to have to send Darms to Maria Salas after this game. That poor guy is probably misaligned in his spine right now after that hit. That's 2 vicious hits he's taken like that tonight.
They have to provide more.
A guy can only take so much.
Pass protection for him.
Okay, so they got two people in the backfield right now. And he will hand it off to Justin Hellier, off tackle, right-hand side. Hellier gets a few before he gets grabbed and hung on to. And David Perales was in on that tackle, one of 3 Blue Devils.
And Justin comes up. He calls immediately for Grayson to come in. I'm going to keep my eye on Justin Hilliard, see what he's doing. He's kind of limping a little bit.
Yeah. He probably just needed a little bit more Brill cream. His hair is probably getting in his way in his helmet.
They're actually going to take him over to the medical table.
There's a snap. Darms drops way back this time in an effort to maybe get something going. Throws it over the middle to a wide open Frankel Alexis, and he dropped the ball. Incomplete.
4th down, and they're going to punt it. The hardest working guy today.
Hardest thing to do, especially in the the world of auto racing, is to admit when it's just not your day. And right now, I don't get a feeling that it's anybody's day. It's a back and forth game, nothing spectacular.
Well, Shasta's caught some big breaks, especially that last one with the recovery in the end zone.
Kendall Rawshine is out to punt it again. Nice form, excellent kick. Calls for a fair catch, which was a smart thing to do. Nick Cook at about the 42-yard line. That's where Merced will take over 1st and 10.
Oh, look what they got this year. The mascot.
I see that.
A knight. There to do the slaying for his master.
I'll tell you what I would do. You know that statue they have down there, that suit of armor?
Yep.
I would get a real knight suit of armor, and I would just hire a guy to walk up and down, pointing at people. That would be great. I always wanted to buy a suit of armor and then do a money-making fundraiser where people from like 20 feet away could like tee off and hit a golf ball right at you.
Oh, okay.
Ping! That'd be a great deal. That's like, selling 10 whacks on an old beat-up car with a sledgehammer for $1, right?
Yep, that's true.
Silly things that make money. People like doing that stuff.
People like destroying things.
It's like ringing the bell at the fair.
I would really like to see the Knights put their emblem in the middle of the field, too. That would be nice. Because that logo on the side of their helmet is really cool.
Very nice. Cosio barking out instructions. Fake handoff up the middle, and it's blocked. Pass was blocked by Christian Rodriguez, and that was borderline, not an incomplete pass. It was borderline a fumble.
They're trying to get everybody fired up on the sidelines. The Chanton defense down there, and that's the whole Shasta College Knights sideline. And then they get the crowd in on it. And our crowd mic.
The Knights have the best spirit I've seen in years from a team perspective, right?
Yep, exactly.
I mean, they're down 7 points, 3:39 left to play. Cosio back to pass, and he's going for it all. Has a guy wide open, and that is Sanchez, and he overthrows him by about 3 inches, incomplete.
On the coverage there is Paris Manu.
All that excitement for nothing.
I'm sorry, Omar Boyd was on the cover. Oh, that was, no, it was Manu. Manu on the coverage for there. Just overthrow it. He's just missing his mark by that much. Missed it by that much. Maddox back for Shasta. 4th and 10, 3:34 left in the third quarter.
They send in Elijah Macklin, who looks like Refrigerator Perry. Oh, almost blocked. And there's the flag. He ran into the punter. Didn't get his hand on the ball. The flag came out immediately. Punter,
I don't think you can when they're so close to blocking it.
Punter goes down, and he's limping off. They didn't even touch him. Yeah, it was an accident, but you can't do it. I mean, sometimes your force that you have behind you and the momentum that you're moving forward, your centrifugal force, whatever they call it, there's no way to do it.
You can't stop.
There's no way. Oh yeah, re-kick it.
He left his mic on.
Yeah. Is it me, or is there is a lot of confusion out there?
There's a lot of confusion right out there in midfield. They're giving them the first down, aren't they? Oh, nope, dead spot. They're going to move them back 5 yards, and then they're going to go.
Infield fly rule in football, that's what that is. 3:24 left to play, third period.
And the mascot is even sitting down taking a break.
I know. That thing cannot be comfortable. First down, we'll see what Darms can do. Give him a little bit of protection, look for Patrick Blake, and give it to Justin Hellier. Just run a sweep like every play. Look at this big gap right there. Get a couple of really good solid blocks. People do their assignment.
That's
Yahtzee. Oh, Hellier walked right into
that guy who played in the longest yard,
yeah,
stuck his arm out.
Man, Hellier, he didn't even have the ball for a fraction of a second, and he walked right into a Chinese bladder sling. Justin's the go-to guy. I think TJ was right on the money. Just keep giving it. Keep giving it to him.
Keep feeding it to him.
Sooner or later, somebody's going to make the right block, and Justin's going to make big things happen, and that pass intended for Justin over on the left-hand flat was just way out of reach. Incomplete.
And, the whole Shasta sideline is calling for roughing the passer. Throw the flag. Throw the flag. He's applying that pressure. You can't stop that force coming at you.
Caleb Hendrick writes in and says, Carl Robertgo is a missing key to Shasta's defense. And, boy, are you right on the money with that, Caleb.
Correct.
Darms looking at his list of plays on his armband. Back to pass. He does not have much time to throw it at all. Finds a guy over the middle, and that's complete. Gain of about 3. Not much else.
DeMarcus Jones in on the stop. And what other player did Shasta have that used to play really tight on the wide receiver?
I know it like I know your name. Mario Metier.
Correct.
Right?
Mario. And actually him and Carl went to the same college.
He's one of the Mario brothers. Neither one of them are playing today.
They are not playing. They're having some class issues.
There is some behind-the-scenes unknowns. Oh, and that kick was partially blocked and picked up. That was kind of weird.
They're saying that the ball was tipped. They ran into the kicker. No, the ball was tipped. He sat there and said the ball was tipped. The ball was tipped.
It was tipped. If you tip it, you can pretty much do everything, including snap him with a shower towel.
Rothschein, you've got the Oscar tonight.
Man. His leg's going to be sore tomorrow. Officials down there explaining it to a couple of the Shasta players.
So now the Blue Devils got a good field position because of that tipped kick. They are at the 32-yard line, 31-yard line.
Okay, so it's been 2 weeks in a row that the offensive line has had difficulty with their opponents. And that, begs the question, oh, wow, there he goes. Lotalele around the left-hand side, picks up 5 or 6. It begs the question, are they just overpowered, or are they missing their assignment? And I think it might be a little of both.
I think it is a little bit of both. That's a young offensive line. They haven't worked together as much, and they've got a lot of learning to do.
Philosophy is a big part of the game. Physics is a huge part of the game.
When it's a run play, you got to be able to open up the holes.
Just
when it's a pass play, you got to provide the protection.
Just because you weigh 345 pounds, that doesn't mean that somebody's not going to get around you. Ooh. Handoff, left-hand side, and that is Alex Gutierrez. We haven't heard much from him tonight. He's one of their all-star players, too, and he's hit immediately.
Jacob Nye. Jacob Anai, wow. Busted right through that offensive line.
Everybody needs a whole practice of just blocking and running. That's our friend Regina saying that to us. You're absolutely right, Regina. They've got some work to do. They've definitely got some work to do.
Shasta College is a very young team.
And it's more than just knowing what to do. You got to do it once you know how to do it. Fake handoff up the middle, and he's in big trouble right now. He runs around like Fran Tarkenton, going to the left side, throws off balance, has a guy in the end zone, and it is broken up. Or no, did he get it? He did. Touchdown, Merced. Huge play. I don't know how he hung on to that ball. What a great play. Great concentration by that quarterback, Cosio. He was in immediate trouble. He had to do that goofy spin move that Fran Tarkenton used to do all the time. And then he threw off balance 30 yards down into the end zone, and that was a great play by Merced.
And threw into triple coverage at that. That's the broken play and says, here comes the ball.
Yeah. I don't know how he caught that. That was great concentration.
Left-footed kicker.
That's right. Joseph Lima. There's the kick. It is up, and it is perfect. And that will make it 14-0 with 49 seconds left to play in the third, and we'll be right back with a kickoff.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you think trains will stop if they see a car on the tracks, you're right, they will. About a mile after they hit you. In 2015 alone, 230 people were killed at railroad crossings. Don't become the next fatality. Stop. Trains can't. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Hi, this is Coach Grandel, West Valley High School, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Greg Grandel, our friend from West Valley. He's always a good speaker. It's nice to always have him on. We had him on a couple of times last year. One, we just happened to run into him at a different football game, and that was good enough for us to bring him up into the booth. On the move right there, that is Adian Patterson.
Nice.
Pretty good return, takes it across the 35, down at the 36. Patterson starts it off right. 40 seconds left in the third, 14-0, the Blue Devils from Merced.
Shasta has to answer back right now, right here, right now, Gary. They got to get it done, got to get down the field, score quickly.
Did you happen to catch who made that catch in the end zone?
In the end zone, that was Devanya Shepard for the Blue Devils. (6 and 8), kind of close looking. could have been
Sanchez,
but I believe it was Shepard.
Little mix-up right there. Pass complete right over the middle. That is Lackman with good control, hanging on to that ball. He'll pick up about 7, maybe 8 on the play. This is where you got to start making things happen.
They're doing the hurry-up offense.
You got to make it happen.
Keep the momentum going.
Darms right now, a little gun shy.
Oh.
Hands it off to, I believe that was Justin Hellier right up the middle.
That was Ray's.
He didn't even take a step before he was brought down in the backfield.
He wasn't even touched coming across the line.
Loss of a yard on that one. 2-1, and that's going to wrap up the third quarter. Still, this game remains uneventful. And we'll go into the fourth quarter coming up with the Blue Devils from Merced leading 14-0 here at Shasta College, and we will be right back.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Honey, the water isn't working. I'm going to call J&J.
J&J Pumps offers the largest fluid inventory to get your water back on sooner. From water pumps to water filtration and everything in between, J&J Pumps will solve your water problems. J&J also offers 24/7 emergency service. When you have a water problem or question, contact J&J Pumps. Rain, sleet, or snow, J&J will go. Now located at 4952 South Barney in Anderson.
Hi, this is Dr. Maria Salas of Healthwise Chiropractic, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Dr. Maria Salas, we need you on aisle 4. We need you on aisle 4 at the 37-yard line. Maria, you should go back and listen to the River Bowl that we did last year on the Shasta Sports Network YouTube channel. It's very entertaining. I just listened to it last week. Give you some excitement for the upcoming game.
Predictions on that game?
I can't make one right now. It's too early. I predict Troy Lyons is going to get a haircut before that game.
I predict that Hunsaker will not shave his beard off. That's my only prediction I got.
It's a little early to make any type of predictions. I mean, I'm blown away by what happened to Enterprise last night. They were off to a very good, very solid 3-0 start, and then they just had a hiccup last night for big time. Darm's now quarterback with 2 receivers on each side of the line. Hellier in the backfield. Use him for blocking or maybe use him as a quick outlet pass. No, they'll fake it and hand it off right up to him. And I think that ball came out. Well, Hellier gets close to the first down. And if he got it, he earned it. No, yep, that's going to be a first down. Justin Hellier, man.
TJ's right. They got to just keep feeding them the ball,
Just chip away at it. 7 yards here, 8 yards here. And he rolls out to the right-hand side, and immediately he's got pressure, and he's hit again, landed off of his feet, and almost intercepted. Man, Darms got hit with the equivalent of an anvil dropping on his head by Daniel Chavez.
And he got up slow.
3 times, Dan. You've seen all 3 of them. They lifted him off his feet.
He's got different numbers tattooed on his chest from that. Oh, and then we got an injury timeout, looks like.
Who we got?
In the backfield.
It's a Merced player is down way in the safety area, and that looks like it's a cramp. Chance Young, Jr., cramping up on his right leg. Stand up and walk it off, my friend. Somebody take that boy a banana. Don't they say bananas are full of potassium and good for cramps? Maybe that's why Troy slipped a Midol in my nacho cheese.
I got hit hard, and the coach said just walk it off. Do I look like I could walk off this injury? I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
The Merced Blue Devils are going for their first 3-0 start since 1995. Almost no one on the team was alive the last time that happened.
Wow.
How about that? Thank you, Patrick Kelly, Director of Sports Information for Merced, a good friend, and we're happy to have him on board to help us out. Swing pass right over the middle. That's way too high. I'm not sure if Big Bird was in the area or not. Goodness, man. That was just over his head. Jacques Durham, the intended receiver.
3rd and 10. And it looks like he's running. Every time he gets the ball, he's running. Throws the timing off, throws everything off.
Only 4 down linemen for the Merced Blue Devils. There's a pass over the middle, and that is caught. Complete. Good enough for a first down.
That almost looked like a face mask, too.
Well, he pretty much wrapped his head around the back end, you know, the back side of his helmet.
When you see their neck turn sideways like that.
Lackman with some great concentration on receiving that ball. Good enough for a first down at the 41-yard line of the Blue Devils. And Darms is just chipping away at it.
He's not giving up.
He's not giving up. He is a fighter. And, man, he's taken enough shots today to be in traction. There's the snap. It goes right up the middle. Hit hard from the very beginning, but still a pretty good gain of about 4 yards.
What is that?
That's a official's timeout. That's an equipment problem with one of the members on.
Jalen Miles was standing over the top of the runner, and he was saying something to him. And when he kind of got up and got angry, he wanted the flag because it was a taunting thing.
Nene Piltoff is watching and listening today from London.
Wow, you win the prize.
Awesome, awesome. All right, a little missed broken play there, too. I mean, when they cannot get the handoff right, and they couldn't get it right that time, there was a mix-up. Little difficulty in the exchange. A fantastic, valiant effort there at the end by Joaquez Durham, but man, he just had no place to go. No place to go.
That's that saying, he ran out of room.
He ran out of room, right. Offsides on Merced. So, Dan, next Friday night we have a bye week for the high school. Shasta High School not playing. Then they have DeMonte Ranch after that. And then we are here next Saturday. Do you remember who we play?
I do remember who we play.
You happen to have a schedule?
We
right there?
have
Los Medanos.
Medanos College comes into town.
Tough football club.
And that morning, we have the NCARA's Hall of Fame.
Northern
Barbecue.
California Auto Racing Alumni has been going on and started by Lloyd Burton a number of years ago. They honor the legends and the people that should receive some type of recognition for their contribution to the sport of auto racing. I was very honored to be inducted into that group last year, joining the likes of Butch Schaefer, Gary Cressy, George Bragg, and many others.
Chris Rodman, Craig Rodman.
Yeah, we got in on the same day, so I'm really looking forward to supporting that event coming up. 13-14 left in this football game. Score, Merced 14, Shasta nothing. Patrick Blake goes in motion for just a second. They'll use him for a blocker, and they'll hand it off to Hellier, and he grinds out maybe a half a yard, but I don't think he's got enough for a first down. It'll be third down.
And Bob and Nadine Strauss will be in town. They have the North State Modified Series coming into town for the second annual Lloyd Burton Against the Wind Challenge.
That's nice. They call it the Against the Wind because that handlebar mustache that Lloyd had could work as a weather vane.
Exactly.
That was awesome. Him and Raleigh Fingers had two of the best ever.
Okay, there was another offside.
Yeah, and that was just a weird. What is going on here?
You're running the wrong way there.
Okay, we lost a helmet on the play. There's a flag on the play.
That's going to be offsides on.
Jockes Durham was in motion. They handed the ball to him like he was going to the left. He ran into somebody, bumped off of him, turned around and came back this way, got hit again, got around him and kept coming this way.
I think he was trying to get to you.
Man, the most exciting part of that play was the penalty that gives him a first down. Back to pass goes Darms. A little bit of protection. Goes all the way to the end zone. He's got a guy, but it's just a little bit overthrown. Could not get his feet down, and it's incomplete, out of bounds. Jason Shippen, Michaela wants to say, go, bro, to Chris Hernandez.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Michaela.
You know, Darms has a nice arm there.
He does. Well, guess what? You can have a good arm when you get some protection. He has enough protection that time to make things happen. 12 minutes left in this football game. Merced leads 14-0. Not really a lopsided game. A lot of punts, a lot of weak offense.
Special teams,
broken plays, miscommunications. Hellier gets the ball and goes right up the middle. Stops for just a second and kicks it back. Gains an extra 2 yards by that leap, but not enough or even close for a first down. But nevertheless, 5 more yards for Justin Hellier the hard way.
And he's being substitute for DeMarco Grayson comes in. Clock continues to run, coming up on 11:30 left in the game. 14-0. Favor of the Blue Devils.
And Shasta just can't get anything going. Can't get anything going. I've got DeMarco Grayson in the backfield right now. He's going to be the safety outlet. The pass right over the middle. That is complete. Nice job. Big run. Callaway with the reception, and he takes it down to the 11.
Actually, I think that's B.J. Brown, isn't it?
Well, there's a flag on the play.
Oh, B.J. Brown is down, too.
Uh-oh.
Roughing
the passer. Okay. Well, they roughed up the receiver a little bit, too. And that is B.J. Brown, who is down and writhing in pain there at the 12-yard line. He's moving, trying to get up right now. He's up. He's just got his bell rung, and he's jogging off the field right now on his own accord right now. Tough guy. Tough guy.
He got tagged.
We saw B.J. Brown do some pretty amazing stuff last year.
Oh, he was fantastic last year.
Now, I didn't even see the roughing the passer, but, you know, guess who was the recipient of that? Trent Darms.
Darms. He's been taking it all night. First and goal now.
Wow.
So they're going to tack on after the catch.
Wow.
They've been in the red zone before.
Four receivers, 2 on each side. DeMarco Grayson in the backfield. I would say pitch it to him and let him run to the right. They hand up right up the middle. Grayson inside the 5. A little bit of a slip right there, but he runs into 3 Blue Devils that stop him.
That was a devil in a blue dress.
I never understood why, and I never will, why when there's so much running room
why do they try to go to the center?
On each side, I mean, a pitch out is always good for 3 or 4 yards if you got a fast guy who can get around the end.
Or the Wildcat. Go to the Wildcat.
Go to the Wildcat with the number 20 on his chest. Justin Hellier, the sole runner in the backfield right now. You got the receiver split way outside, so that's pretty much spreading them out. They're going to call a timeout. They don't like it. So Darms does the right thing. It was a little unsure. We'll take a timeout with him. 10:21 left to play in this football game. 14-0 Merced, and we will be right back.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Keep your car, truck, boat, plane, train, RV, or whatever you drive looking like new with RCAT Detailing. Call 945-8203 or search RCAT Detailing on Google. That's RCAT Detailing on Google.
Hi, this is Nicole from Shasta Physical Therapy, and you are listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
That's right. Shasta Physical Therapy. They are taking care of all kinds of people, including myself.
Don't you need mental health?
Well, that comes after the physical therapy.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
That comes after doing, 23 games with me in a season.
And 258 cups of coffee.
That's right. Okay.
But you know what?
So,
I love every minute of it.
The ball is at the 5-yard line. We appreciate everybody tuned into the YouTube channel and writing us. Thank you so much. It's nice to know you're out there. We want to make sure that we give you a fun, entertaining product to listen to and give you a good description of the game. And Darms now looking over the middle into the end zone, and that is complete. Touchdown, Shasta Callaway. There's 6 points for the Knights.
And there's the crowd.
There they are.
There they are. They love that one. I am really impressed with London calling right there. All the way from London.
This is the United States calling. Are we reaching?
He keeps hanging up. I don't understand why he keeps
yeah.
hanging up.
Yeah, listeners in London, England today. That's awesome. That makes my whole day right there.
That made my weekend. All I need now is the, and
Kick,
it's up.
Kick is up, and it is good, and that'll make it 14-7. Knights trying to mount a comeback here in the fourth quarter with 10:18 left to play, and we will be right back with a kickoff.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Here's some energy savings tips from REU, Redding's electric utility. Air conditioning is a significant part of your electricity cost in the summer. Setting your thermostat to 78 degrees maintains good balance between comfort and energy use. But did you know you can save up to 10% on your cooling costs for every 2 degrees you raise your thermostat? For more energy saving tips, visit us at reupower.com or call 339-7200. REU and you, powerful together.
Hi, this is Nikki at Shasta Physical Therapy, and you are listening to Shasta Sports Network.
That's a pretty good call tuning into the Shasta Sports Network. Last night, tonight, next Friday we're off, and then next Saturday we're right back here at Memorial Stadium. And we got a big trip coming up to Gilroy. I'm going to buy you one of those garlic necklaces to keep the spirits away.
I was going to run down there and catch Dirk Bentley really quick playing that song.
Nice.
He asked if you wanted a dip.
Nope. I tell you what, though, a little dip in the swimming pool sounds good when we get home. This has been a perfect day for weather. Perfect.
Oh, that's right. We're supposed to have a get-together after this.
We are.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Rashine with a deep kick. That'll
Beautiful.
go. They'll kick it in the end zone, and he'll take it out. Not sure who it is. Might be Sanchez. He goes out to the 20-yard line, and he's got pretty much all Knights on him from that point forward. Not too bad of a return.
Dinkins?
It was Dinkins. I wonder what origin the name Dinkins is.
Yeah, it came from that place called Donuts.
Yeah, Donuts. Is that a country? Donuts country. Okay, so now is the time. Defense to make a stand. 10:06 left to play in this game. Still pretty close. It's a one-score game, 14-7.
And you know that defense is fired up. Look, they're playing them man-to-man, tight.
Yeah, now's the time to put it on. Handoff, right tackle. Goes for about a 2-yard gain, not much.
Number 34, the carrier.
Lotulele. I've phonetically wrote out Lotulele right in front of me, and I've had to use it every single time tonight.
And now the crowd is getting fired up here.
There's the chant.
That's what we love to hear, Gary, right there.
Back to pass. Cosio throws it deep downfield, and had a receiver wide open at the 43. Hit him in the hands, and he dropped it. Sorry, Mom.
What a place to hit him, right in the hands.
How many times have we seen that in the last 2 weeks? Right in the hands.
Probably about more than half a dozen times.
Goodness. Yowza.
And this crowd is fired up.
Okay, Dan, this play is yours. Why get a bottle of water?
Okay. And this crowd is alive, I tell you. He's got 3 wide receivers lined up on the left, 1 on the right. I formation in the shotgun. 3rd down and 7. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's got a man wide open right down the center of the field. And I do believe it is Nick Cook. Enough for a first down. That slant right across the center.
The defender, Detrick Luton, that was perfect coverage. It was just a well-placed ball.
That's the timing play. He's back to pass. He looks at all his reads and then fires it.
Yeah, at least get a hand in there or something. Cosio running his team downfield right now. They're showing blitz, and here they come. Handoff goes to Lotulele right out of the right-hand side. He gets around enough for a first down across midfield. He's still stumbling it down. Finally taken down at the 41-yard line.
I think he went 10 yards backwards, running backwards.
Good. Arches Marks finally brings him down. That's the big boy in the middle had to chase him down. Nick Cook, number 5, a wide receiver, is the automatic go-to guy when they need a big play.
Okay.
So keep your eye on number 5. If they need it, they're looking at the route that number 5, Nick Cook, is running.
Just that last route when he came across the center there.
Yeah.
Tight coverage. He rifled it in there, and Cook caught it.
Cosio is putting the ball right in the exact bullseye. I mean, there's a defensive hands there, but he puts it right through it. Here comes another one right over the middle, and that is caught. And look at this. It is Cook on the move, and he's going to go across the line. Touchdown, Merced.
Wow, did you just call that?
I did.
Cook is their go-to guy, and he's not talking about making steak and eggs.
Man, that was a great catch. A perfect bullseye pass straight down the field. And Nick Cook turned on the afterburners and took it in for 6.
That Cook not only beat his eggs, he beat all his defenders too. Right down the center. They line up for the extra point.
And that's going to be Joseph Lima, the left-footed kicker, who's been perfect tonight. We'll make it 21-7 if he can get it, and there's going to be an offside call there, I think.
I believe it's a false start.
Yep, you're right. False start. You know, speed the game up a little bit on it. And that's just a suggestion for a possible rule change. If you have a false start on an extra point, you lose the down. Speed the game up.
But the extra point doesn't count then.
There is no extra point.
No extra point.
Nope. Sorry.
And clock continues to run.
That's the rules. If you don't like it, write your congressman. There's the snap. We'll try it again. That makes no difference for that kicker, and that is perfect. And that will make the score 21-7 in favor of the Merced Blue Devils with 8:09 left to play. We'll be right back with a kickoff.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you are looking for a job, you'll love Spirion. We match great talent to great opportunities. Our staff specializes in placing a wide range of employment areas, including clerical, secretarial, technical, light industrial, and word processing, temp to hire, and direct hire. Find a job you'll love. Contact Spirion today.
This is Troy Lyons. You're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Back here at Memorial Stadium, Shasta College, first home opener for the Knights this season, and they're down 21-7 with 8:09 left to play. There's the kickoff. It's a very nice kickoff, too. I'm not sure, Dan. I think that was Patterson with it. It is, and he'll run it over the right-hand side. And look at, he's got some room. He's across the 32. He almost broke through a hole there that looked like daylight.
And that's what he needs to do. He needs to let that special teams set first and open it up.
Let it formulate a little bit.
We saw him last week. He had a lot of good yardage returned, but he wasn't letting the special teams form first. That's the key. So 1st and 10 for the Knights.
Darms, who's had a tough night, hands off to Hellier up the middle. Hard yardage, gain of about 3, and that's about it. There's some, there's a few tempers flying down there. Now he's getting close to the end of the game.
You get the frustration starts to set in, and this is the part we love. A little confusion still.
Yeah. I think they're going to be in the classroom a lot next week.
Back to pass.
Deep pass all the way downfield, and he's got a guy. And almost intercepted, but it was a pass interference call. And just out of the hands of Jacques Durham. He had his hands on it, but couldn't control it. But
Pablo Balasana.
He was interfered with, and the flag came out, and that was the right call.
He tackled him before the ball even got there.
You can't do that.
Well, you can on the street. just not in football.
Well, wait a minute. What's going on here? Oh, it's only from the previous spot. I thought it was from the infraction where the infraction took place.
That's what well, if it was intentional or unintentional, if it was intentional, I think it's from the spot of where it happened.
Oh. Well, the Knights are going to get the ball at the Merced 49-yard line. So that play worked. Crowd speaking up now.
Oh, they're getting into it.
Darms has got every receiver he owns on the line, and he's looking downfield to do it again, and he's going to throw it. Has a receiver over the middle, open for just a fraction of a second, and that is incomplete to Patrick Blake.
He had Patrick Blake open, but only for a split second.
There's going to come a time, sometime it's going to click this season, and Patrick Blake is just going to turn it on. Just like that. Just like that. 7:17 left to play. Merced leads 21-7. Darms is the quarterback for the Knights, and he will hand off to Justin Hellier. And Hellier is met immediately with a Gestapo with a number 91 on his chest, and that is David Perales, who's having a great game for Merced.
And number 55 also in there. Kawala Lalagu. I'm just going to give him the name, come on, I want to hit you.
Something.
Third and 15 now for Shasta.
Darms is having a tough second half, and he's looking to throw the ball. He steps up, gets out of trouble, rolling to his left-hand side, and now he's going to hang on to it. He'll take it down to the 43-yard line, and he's hit right at the out-of-bounds line. Almost.
That was fourth and 15.
Not enough. Oh, not quite enough.
So now they're going to change possession. No, actually, I'm sorry.
It's going to be 4th down and 5, or 4th down and 4.
You are correct, Gary.
Give it to Justin. Sweep around the right-hand side. Shift everybody to the left and open up the running room. Justin can do it. He'll be back to pass. Darms throws over into the left flat, and Lackman has got enough for the first down, and did he hang on to it? They say he did hang on to it. And that's going to be that's going to be a first down for the Knights. So they're still in business here with 5:57 left to play.
Good enough for a Knights first down.
I think that was a helmet that came off and rolled out of bounds.
Perales is having a really good game tonight. He's the reigning NorCal Defensive Player of the Week after 8 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumble performance last week's game. Thank you, Patrick, for the information.
Here they come. They're coming in fast.
There's a little protection, and pass over to DeMarco Grayson. He should have enough for another first down. Thrown out of bounds like it was a game of Twister on the other side.
And nothing.
And nothing, right.
You can even hear Thompson down there. Hey, ref, where's the white line at?
Who's our neighbor? Who's our
have no idea.
Visitor here? Okay, Darms. They'll hand off, fake a handoff up the middle to DeMarco Grayson. Darms will hang on to it, and he's very close to another first down. We'll see what he's got where they mark it. A little bit short. Has to be like about an inch, and that's about it.
4th and like inches.
Yeah. Open it up.
Watch him stack the center.
I'm telling you, if I was coach, I'd open it up right now. Look at all this running room on the right-hand side. All you got to do is block that one guy. I played electronic football when I was a kid. I know how this game works. And Hellier will get it, and he'll get that first down, too. He'll do it the hard way. May have cracked his helmet in the process, but, man,
that is
Hellier's a tough kid. All right. Nice job, Aaron Williams on the microphone tonight.
He has done a great job.
I'm going to enjoy every home game all year long.
In fact, we're going to come to some basketball games, too.
Yeah. Darms on the hard count. He'll back to pass. He's looking around. Now he moves out of the pocket, rolls around over to the right-hand side. He's looking heavy into the end zone. He's got a guy, and it's just broken up, and maybe it's tipped and intercepted in the end zone.
It is.
There's a flag on the play.
Darms' pass intercepted in the end zone by Justin Laderos. Flags on the field.
Lackman was open, too. He was open.
It was a great time jump, though.
Excellent defense is all I can say right there by the Blue Devils. Was that a holding call on us?
Holding on Shasta.
Holding on Shasta. So they'll decline that penalty, and the Blue Devils will take over with a little game of football to play for 4.5 more minutes. 21-7, Blue Devils lead the Knights here at Memorial Stadium.
I would watch for them to start running the ball.
Yep, just chew up the clock.
Chew up the clock.
Tonight's game is brought to us by the Reading Sportsman's Expo, which is coming up April 7th and 8th. Everything that you could possibly imagine for the outdoors. Hunting, fishing, camping, lawn darts, whatever it is. The Shasta Sports Network will also be there doing some live broadcasting and making some announcements at the event. April 7th and 8th, put it on your calendar. Handoff, right-hand side, ukulele, and he's got running room. He'll get around. He's still going. He's got one more guy to beat. And he zigzags back and forth and left and right and finally steps out of bounds at about the 45.
Boy, he was playing a tune right there.
He was.
Gary used to love camping. He came from this place called Crystal Creek.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, Camp Crystal.
Hey, I earned that ankle bracelet.
Yeah, I saw your dog wearing it last week. He never leaves the yard.
Put me in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk, but I rolled with pride. First and 10, ball right at midfield. Merced's got the ball and a commanding lead, 21-7, 4:05 left to play as darkness falls.
And the crowd still in it.
Sanchez in motion. Cosio will hang on to it. He'll run it himself. He'll pick up 3, maybe 4 on the play, and that will just keep the clock moving, and that's what they want to do right now. On the field down there right now, the Shasta Sports Network photographers, Tony Horde and Mike Daly, doing what very few people can do the way that they do it. I know of one other guy, and that's my brother Bill Husa, one of the best photographers I've ever met in my life. Had a camera in his hand the day I met him in high school, and he still has one probably right next to him in his recliner chair right now. Excellent photographers. It's a great art, and I respect the ones that have been doing it for a long time. We're doing it old school when they had to develop the film.
Nice.
Whoa!
Quarterback sack.
Quarterback sack, and he hit him hard too. He lost some yardage on that play, and that's Levier, right?
Levier. Logan Levier. And Shasta's going to use one of their timeouts.
They'll take a timeout with 3:06 to play. We got time to take one as well. Stand by. We'll be back for the remaining 3.5 minutes of this football game coming up right after this.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Do you ever wonder what happens to your vehicle behind the scenes at an auto body collision repair facility? Wonder no more. Visit collisioncenter.com and watch a virtual tour of the North Valley's finest and most recommended collision repair business. HillCollisionCenter.com.
Hey, this is Eric Gannon, driver of the number 75 Shasta Sports Network Super Late Model. Keep the pedal to the metal, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
I don't think Eric would have I think Eric would have a huge problem if he had to go in a residential district at 25 miles an hour. The guy knows nothing more than pedal to the metal and 100 miles an hour down the straight.
And turn left.
For like 2 seconds and then heavy on the brakes. Love you, Eric. He's down. Did he say he was going to Paradise tonight?
He was going to Paradise for the Hornets game.
For the his daughter's a cheerleader.
Yep.
Yeah, handoff right up the middle. Not much of a gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
And there's going to be another
timeout.
timeout.
There's a little trash talking down there, and Isaiah Priestler on the defense. Yeah, this is about the time where you would really like to have a recording device down on the field.
Somebody's mama got mentioned again.
Shasta's taking a timeout. That's their third and final with 3 minutes left to play. We'll keep it here.
We'll keep it right here, tuned in. Wow.
There's 85 guys on the team or more for Shasta College. And I know there's 4 guys down there that would love to block.
Well, you got to wonder, you know, and you can't put it all on Darms.
Caleb Hendricks asks the question, how's Zach Thompson doing? We have not mentioned his name one time tonight. He's been non-existent in this football game.
Zachary Thompson, number 43, defense for Shasta College.
Yeah,
oh,
nice kick. And
there it is.
Fair catch is called.
And they're going to call roughing the kicker again.
I'll say. And that's going to be on Devontae Robertson, ran into the kicker, and that's going to be a good break for Merced right now.
Ref, the ball was tipped.
Oh, you can't tell that for sure.
No.
You're like 90 yards away from
I was just going by what he just did last time.
Yeah, Dan, where is Zach Thompson tonight?
Zach Thompson has been, he was a factor at the beginning of the game, but he was on the sidelines most of the second half.
Oh, man, look at that big gain that they're going to get out of that. That's just a crushing blow to the Knights right here with 2:53 left to play.
We were talking about Zach Thompson and Faircloth earlier.
I haven't said Faircloth's name about once or twice.
Yeah, they both went to Foothill. They're a year apart from each other, but they know each other really well. They know how each other plays. And if they really start connecting, they can do some damage.
Well, they better start connecting. 2:53 left to play. Oh, wait a minute. Shasta's got the ball. How do they get? Oh, they assess the penalty after the fact?
Yes.
Running into the kicker, and there's a big whistle, and that's going to be a false start on Shasta.
That's going to be half the distance to the goal.
You can follow the Shasta Sports Network on Twitter. TJ Holmes is down on the field, and, man, that guy tweets more than somebody can type 90 words a minute. He's good.
Yeah, I got 47 on my tweets.
I think that just sounds kind of silly. Yeah, did you see that tweet from that guy? What, did he let a bird go out of his window?
Holy moly, Gary, look at that.
Darn, set to pass. He's got a guy, and that's Lackman. He'll get it at the 15 and runs it out of bounds.
Now you start your 2-minute offense, Gary.
Yep, probably should have started that in the third quarter. You know, I see the same thing tonight that I saw last week at Hartnell College. They're just not able to convert on stuff late in the game. That's been the experience last week and then again here tonight. And Darms is doing everything he can do, and he's got a receiver. That's Callaway over on the right-hand side, and that's a complete pass.
And he steps out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds, wise move. That's going to be another first down for Shasta, so they're giving it a valiant effort here late in the fourth quarter.
Well, I do believe the Blue Devils are going into their prevent defense. They're playing off a little bit more. They're giving them a little bit more yardage. Just don't get burned deep.
Don't get burned deep. Don't give up points. And Darms is going to go down on that one. He's got a big sack. Pareas, that's number 91, who's had an all-star game tonight, David Pareas. He was their #1 defensive player last week, and he might get that same honor this week. He's made some big key plays, 4 of them that I can remember right off the top of my head.
Boy, Trent Darms is just taking a licking today.
Darms is going to Hot Tub City when this game's over. Now he's got a lot of trouble, and he's going to have to roll out to the right-hand side, and he's looking one last chance. Now he's going to hang onto the ball and run it out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
He's going to get the Energizer Bunny Award tonight.
Darms is going to wake up tomorrow walking like a 93-year-old World War II veteran. He has taken a beating tonight.
Each pass that he's gotten off Gary, he has paid the price for it.
There's the snap, fake handoff up the middle, throw over to the left-hand side. That's B.J. Brown, and look at him go. He's got a first down and more. He's out of bounds at the 45.
Pass complete to B.J. Brown. Good enough for a nice first down.
Oh, there goes Aaron. I wonder how many steps they give them out of bounds to where they can't get hit.
1 step.
That's free
Back
play
to
right
pass.
there.
There it is. Pass over to Lackman, and he puts a nice move on the defender. Ran out of bounds at the 46. That flag came out right here. What's the call, Dan?
That's going to be offsides defense.
Giovanni Lackman, flag on the foot.
Well, that'll give them 5 more. Hey, every yard counts.
And it stops the clock.
Caleb Hendricks writes that Ryan Pollard and Tim Naylor not being here may have something to do with it, but I responded back. Darms is doing a great job considering he doesn't have any blocking. His protection has been on an ice cream break at Baskin Robbins all day. But they're charging down right about at midfield. Back to pass goes Darms, and here comes the defense again, and he has to throw it out of bounds. He had no protection.
Now you heard of that icing the kicker.
Yeah.
They're going to ice their quarterback tonight.
I wouldn't be surprised if he goes right into an ice bath in the locker room. You ever done an ice cube bath?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's tough.
Did it on the knee once.
I mean, it's like darn near heart failure when you get into that all the way up to your neck.
But it feels good afterwards.
Yeah, it does, because you can't feel nothing. Darms will go to the air one more time, and he's got a man over on the left-hand side, takes a tough hit. Tough hit. Alexis Frankel, the receiver. He gets out of bounds close to the first down. I wouldn't be surprised if Darms is 3.5 inches shorter after this game.
He has taken some rough hits.
I mean rough hits tonight.
Some of them are questionable too. 119 left in the game.
He's not that big of a dude. He's 6'1", 180 pounds. And he has been hit heavy and hard. Right up the middle, DeMarcus Grayson slips and falls just past enough to get a first down. All right, we'll take that.
They have no timeouts left too.
1:15 left to play, 21-7. The clock is running. Go deep.
Take a shot deep. You're going to have to. Hope for the best.
And get rid of it. Ball is tipped. Intended for B.J. Brown over on the left sideline, incomplete. Best thing that Darms can do right now is take 2 or 3 steps and throw. You know, do that West Coast offense style stuff, those short passes that are always a guarantee 7, 8, 9 yards.
Exactly.
The time is running out for the Knights. 1:02 left to play, 21-7. Fourth quarter here at Memorial Stadium. Darms takes 5, 6, 7 steps. Now he's got to roll to the right. He's got a guy, and that is Alexis Franken. And he's still running, and he's got flipped over, but he's got another first down.
He got upended.
Yeah, he did get upended. That'll stop the clock for him to move the chains.
Oh, ineligible receiver downfield.
Lori McCoskin says that Darms is her nephew, and can somebody send Trent a masseuse and a 6-pack? You bet. We already got him a 5-gallon bucket of Ben Gay. That's not going to be enough. That might be enough for just his rib cage. Tonight, Lackman is split out to the right. 2 receivers on the left-hand side and 2 on the right. And DeMarcus Grayson in the backfield, and he's going to flare over right over the middle. He's open. I'm sorry, that's Alexis Franken. And that's a reception down to the 40, 35. Keep going. He's down at the 30, 25, and he runs out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Almost got shoved into that concrete wall, and he did, and there's 2 flags coming out. And then there's Chance Young Jr. comes over, gets right in the referee's face, almost kind of chest bumped him and said, "What was that?" I'll tell you what that is. That's another flag. Goodness.
Now who are they going to call that on?
I don't know, but we got a
player down too.
Player down here for Merced, and that is Christopher Chapa, defensive back.
He's up.
And he's
limping,
and he is not putting any weight whatsoever on that left knee.
We're waiting for the call still.
You can usually tell when it's a knee or an ankle. When it's a knee, they hop. When it's an ankle, they limp.
Yep. That's obviously going to be against.
That's going to go against the Blue Devils, and they'll march the Knights right down to the 10-yard line with 35 seconds left.
Personal foul against number 1.
That's DeMarcus Jones, who took that shot and got the wind knocked out of him earlier in the game.
Oh, he's disqualified from the game. 35 seconds left, and he's ejected.
We couldn't see exactly what took place. We knew what took place because it happened next to the concrete wall. There's so many players and people down there, it's hard to see exactly what took place, but you can always count on the ref to let us know. Deep into the end zone, and he's got a guy wide open, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Knights, and here comes the flag.
Late flag came in. It's in the area of holding.
Yeah.
And when you got a shoulder pad showing from the defense.
Let's see if we can get this call from the referee.
Holding
against the Knights, so that touchdown is going to be nullified. They'll replay first down.
Well, when number 91 for the defense comes up and he's got his shoulder pad showing, he got held.
Yeah.
Because he definitely wasn't trying to do a strip dance out there.
Nope. He wasn't rolling around inside the 20 doing the dirty hula with him either. So that'll back the Knights up to the 20-yard line, and Darms will get one of his last few throws. A snap, a little bit difficult to take. Pass over to the right-hand side. Lackman, he's complete. Takes it out of bounds at the 7. They're chipping away at it. I smell an onside kick coming up.
They need to score right here, kick the extra point, and then onside kick. Go deep, get the pass interference, 1st and goal, take it in, kick the extra point.
What's going on over here?
I have no idea, sir. I try not to get involved in that.
Thank you for that. And there's the same exact play into the corner of the end zone. Hands up. That's going to be a pass interference.
Now, is that going to be on number 20 for the Blue Devils? He wasn't playing the ball at all.
He wasn't playing the man. He was
shadowing the man.
He was shadowing and blocked the field of vision. We'll see what they call it, and they're going to wave that flag off, it looks like. What does that mean when they take the yellow flag and wave it at somebody? Does that mean,
I quit.
Meet me at the sweet spot after the game? What's going on down there?
No flag.
I don't get that. Why'd you throw it?
Well, one obviously thought it was pass interference. One came over and said, no, he turned around. He played the ball.
Yeah, and there's a ranking with these officials. There are some that can override the call of others,
yes.
And the guy with the white hat can tell everybody what the deal is. Oh, Darms is going to go down. Took a tough shot right there.
He lost
Big
his helmet.
sack by Terrell McLean. And there's the old high five with the body. Tough shot for Darms. I'm surprised Darms is still walking.
And Darms comes out. What are they going to try and field goal? They're going to, number 11's going in for Shasta. Number 11, Lewis. Daniel Lewis.
Well, Darms has taken enough torture. No charge timeout for the injury timeout, and the injury is Trent Darms.
And they're going to call that the game. They're going to do a 10-second runoff first. They have no timeouts left.
This will be the last play if they can get it off. Snap that ball. We'll see if Daniel Lewis can do anything. Clock is ticking. 4, 3, 2. Final play of the game, and that's going to be incomplete in the end zone, and the Blue Devils are going to win this football game tonight here at Shasta College. Final score, 21 for the Merced Blue Devils, 7 for the Shasta Knights. Blue Devils extend their great season start to 3-0, and the Knights drop to 0-2. Tough loss here tonight. We'll recap the game on the REU postgame show coming up here in just a moment. We will be right back.
You're listening to Shasta College Knights football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Electric vehicles. We are seeing more of them every day. A new electric car in your driveway makes you eligible for a $1,000 rebate from Reading Electric Utility, REU. Plus, another $500 rebate for your level 2 charger. Did you know that REU's electricity rate for charging is equal to paying $1.08 per gallon of gasoline? Smart, eco-friendly, and super cool. Visit a local dealer today and take one for a spin. Electric vehicle rebates from REU. For information, visit us at REUpower.com or call 339-7200. REU and you. powerful together. For over 50 years, Hild Collision Center is still family-owned and operated. It all started when Art Hild opened his first body shop in 1965. Today known as Hild Collision Center, the North State's most recommended full-service collision repair business. The Hild family is proud to continue business in this great community. Every year brings new changes in many forms, from new vehicle models, training and equipment, new technology in aluminum bodies and frames, computers, airbags, and Pearl Clear Coat paints. You can be assured that the team at Hild Collision Center are the best in class. The Hild Collision Center family would like to say thank you to the North Valley for trusting them with your collision repairs and allowing them to grow and support our community. Hild Collision Center on East Cypress Avenue in Reading. Online at hildcollisioncenter.com or find us on Facebook. Hild Collision Center, where you're always a satisfied customer.
Hi, this is Rocket Rod Sullivan, the announcer here at Shasta College, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Everybody knows Enterprise picks you up. But can they solve all my transportation needs? Spoiler alert, they can.
You can buy from Enterprise Car Sales.
Sold. Car sharing. That's alarmingly sensible.
We even rent exotics.
That's good, because sometimes Mama wants to drive like a mother. Big trucks are kind of my jam. You guys make me feel so special.
Like a princess?
Exactly. Rent, buy, or share. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
All right, guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flat my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, big kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up
To play 60!
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Hi, this is Dan Hannon again here from the marketing department at Results Radio. You've probably heard me talking about being a member at Riverview Golf and Country Club and what a great experience it's been for me. Riverview has had a tremendous response to their new membership drive, and I would strongly encourage you to take a free tour of their facility. They have an outstanding staff, and you can still become a member of Reading's finest private country club with membership starting at just $120 a month. Riverview Golf and Country Club is located on Bocelli Lane overlooking the Sacramento River. This perfectly manicured 18-hole golf course will challenge your abilities and reward your senses with spectacular views and a cool breeze from the river. Start your day enjoying breakfast or lunch on their outdoor patio overlooking the river. As a member, you'll also have access to tennis courts, swimming pools, exercise equipment, and locker rooms. With single and family memberships going fast, contact Riverview Golf and Country Club today and schedule a free tour. Call 224-2255 or visit online at riverviewgolf.net.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
This is Craig Thompson, head football coach at Shasta College, and this is the Shasta Sports Network.
Looking for an immediate career opportunity in Reading? Listen up. Spherion is a recruiting and staffing leader with 20 years of success helping job seekers in our area get connected to rewarding career opportunities. They currently have a variety of job openings, including warehouse laborers, auto body techs, as well as office and administrative positions. If those fit your skills and interests, Spherion would love to talk to you. Learn more about these or other available positions. Call Spherion today at 222-3434. Get connected to a job today. Call Spherion.
Well.
Well, Dan, what do you say when we've got a game like we did tonight? Very tough game on both sides of the field. Victors for the Blue Devils. They came out looking good, 21-7. Cosio, the quarterback, had a spectacular game. He was able to throw that ball. He was able to run it. He was able to dodge, throw off balance, and everything. I got a few numbers for you here for the Shasta College Knights. Darms had no time to throw the ball all night long. He was sacked 4 times, hit a bunch, and fumbled 3 times. He also threw for 226 yards. Lackman with 111 on 7 catches. And that was pretty much the high point for the Shasta College Knights. But I will tell you, Darms deserves a week in the Bahamas.
He does.
After the bruising he took tonight.
He deserves a masseuse. He deserves a Chinese dinner.
That's
he
right.
deserves everything on the menu.
We'll even throw in some acupuncture for you, buddy. He played a great game. He really did. And we're proud of you. And we're back here next week. Correct. I forgot who we're playing next. Los Medanos, right?
Los Medanos.
And they got a good football club, and they'll bring a good game to us here at Shasta College next week. I really don't know who to pick for a player of the game. There's so many people. I would almost give it to Kendall Roshine for punting it like 13 times tonight. And and every punt that he made was a viable, very good punt.
He was the busiest man out there. But if I'm going to give it to anybody, I have to give it to Lackman. I mean, 7 receptions, 111 yards.
Yeah, let's do that, because my only choice was that little 6-year-old girl who was playing football on the field at a halftime and made a 3-inch field goal.
I wanted to give it to the dog.
Yeah, the dog. A little white, it was so far away, but it was one of those dogs that Danny carries in his purse. So, and it had a little pink skirt on it, and it was running around.
And then we found out it was Troy Lyons' dog.
That's right. So, yeah, let's go ahead and give it to Lackman, because, he stepped up towards the end of the game, and that's really when you really got to shine, when everybody's tired and down on their energy and stuff like that. So I'm with you. Lackman, he is our guy for tonight. And Giovanni Lockman, he is a wide receiver. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 190, and he is the Hill Collision Center player of the game. Any final comments, Dan?
Well, Shasta's got their work cut out for them. They've got another tough team coming in. I don't think they planned on starting 0-2.
Nobody ever does.
Then again, it's a young team. They've got a lot of freshmen on this team, and everybody's expecting them to be winners like the team was last year.
Well, you know what? And there's always a learning curve. You can have guys who come back from a championship team, and you can have more guys than not come back on a championship team, but you still have the newer guys who are coming in. They're learning the offense. They're learning the systems. They're learning the playbook. They're learning their blocking assignments, and they're not always going to make them when you have that learning curve. That's just the way it is, playing black and white.
Yep, and they have to work on that offensive line. They need to give the quarterback some more protection. Bottom line.
Jason Shipman, thank you so much. Merced College was on the chat line with us the whole game. Patrick, we thank you for that. We're going to be in touch with you next week about some information we said we would share with you. Caleb Hendricks, always nice to have you involved. Lori McCoskin and Brian and everybody who chimed in on the chat line tonight.
Hey, Gary.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank TJ Holmes, Tracy Renee, Tony Horde, Mike Daly, even the Vice President of Operations.
Look at our team down there. They're just straggling. They're straggling.
The Vice President, your wife, Amber Moore, Lori Weber, the whole team did a great job. Shasta Sports Network, we're digging it.
It's a good thing. Mike Daly barely has enough energy to hold his even camera up in the air. So it was a good football game. Regardless of the outcome, it was a very good football game. The best, I think, the big takeaway we can get out of that is that Shasta College has some very specific things to work on for next week for Los Medanos, but they've got the best coaching staff in the business, so they're not going to have a problem doing that. It's been a good night here at Memorial Stadium, opening night for the Shasta College Knights. For Dan Miller, I'm Gary Moore saying good night, and we'll see you back here 1 week from today on the Shasta Sports Network.
You've been listening to North State Football on the Shasta Sports Network. Join us each and every Friday and Saturday night for exciting play-by-play action for the Shasta Wolves and the Shasta College Knights. All games are available for replay on the Shasta Sports Network YouTube channel. All games are property of the Shasta Sports Network and are an exclusive sports broadcast of XS Sports 96.1 FM and on the web at xs961.com.